I
We
think we're
are.
good. Ladies and gentlemen, we are back. We're going to do the intro once more.
One more
We're going to go
time.
through this whole thing
It.
again. Technical difficulties, we love it. This is the beauty of having online tournaments, right? But welcome everyone. You probably already watched the EU side of the circuit. I am joined by the lovely Sapphire today, and she's been a little bit absent, but she's definitely not been absent as far as viewing everything. She's very experienced here, and she's done a lot of stuff with Alliance in the past. Want to give a quick shout out here to Critical Force, Critical Ops League, as well as Geyser for helping organize this entire tournament. I am myself, Coolmark. Mark, you can call me either one of those things. And, I do a lot of stuff on YouTube, as well as Sapphire Sky. She's going to be joining me today and providing some great analysis and commentary as well. So, Sapphire, I'll let you take it away.
Alrighty, guys. So as we said, as we said, but nobody apparently fell on deaf ears. So we were muted a little bit, but it's okay. Things like this do happen. And I just want to say thank you so much for having me here. It's been a while, and the honor is mine to be co-casting next to you, Mark. So again, thank you to Critical Ops Lead, thank you to Critical Force, thank you to Geyser, and it's a pleasure to be here, guys. I'm gonna do my best, and I hope to make you proud. So EU Rain versus Violent. So Rain ended up conquering the games. It was a reverse sweep, 2-1, and then Violent, they won in a very convincing manner. I'm using your words there, by the way. Also, something that I did notice between EU and NA, and I think we touched it briefly, was that I do feel that NA is a little bit more skill-based, perhaps, and stuff, compared to EU, which they're a little bit more strats-based. And so I feel like we're going to see a lot of action today. For the EU games, it was a little bit more slower pace. The clock was ticking a little bit, maybe not to what the what's it called, NA is used to and stuff like that. But I do feel that there's like a reason behind, and they're going to wait for themselves to be like at the perfect position, getting those corners. They're going to be checking themselves, making sure everything is in the right moment before they go and they pounce and they make their attacks. Now for NA, I've been seeing a little bit more of these games, a little bit more rushed, perhaps, a little bit more, let's get into the action, I'm stronger than you are, like more kind of like that kind of a mentality. So I am expecting to see a lot of action during these games. But before we even start talking about the two teams that we are going to be watching shortly, let's go ahead and talk about the tournament. What is the format and what it's going to be looking at? And I know it's a point-based system. Mark, would you care to elaborate a little bit more?
Yeah, so interesting enough, I'm not sure if you guys saw the graphic, but the graphic lays it out pretty well. As you can see on the screen right now, the tournament goes through a bunch of qualifiers. So earlier in this month of July, we had qualifiers with the max of 128 teams. The top 16 teams from those advanced to the main tournament, and we had the round of 16 yesterday. You are now watching the semifinals where they will all get points if they win, depending on their kind of scoreboard there. So basically, the qualifiers are open to everyone. They're going to be running 3 qualifiers throughout July, August, and September. And each of these teams that advance to the main tournament will have a chance to win points. Within their each main tournament, you're actually able to win prizes as well. So the tournament allows you to actually kind of gain prizes when you win the main tournament, as well as gain points to qualify you for the final tournament later. The top 4 teams with the most points from those main tournaments for each region will qualify for the final tournament. And right now, you're currently seeing a single elimination match kind of set up here. When we get to the final tournament, it will be a double elimination bracket and a 5v5 diffuse. So, ladies and gentlemen, pretty point-based system, just like Sapphire said, and the teams that obviously place higher will be getting more points. How that works essentially is the points are kind of distributed like so. The first team will get 25 points, the second team will get 18 points, the third team will get 12 points, the fourth team will get 8 points, and the 5th through 8th team will get 4 points. Sapphire, if you want to elaborate on the roster changes.
Yes. Okay. So one of the reasons, teams are going to be impacted negatively if they end up making too many roster changes. I mean, we all are aware that school is also starting up. We don't know if we're going to actually be physically going back to school or not, but however, school season is starting. So I can imagine that there's going to be a couple of players probably not being able to participate in some of these tournaments as much as we would like. So if there were any case like that, we'd understand. So obviously, maybe 1 or 2 changes, it takes away 3 to 6 points. Now, if there's a team that's constantly updating their roster very frequently, it's going to affect them a little bit more. So if you make 3 changes to your roster throughout the season, it's going to impact you negatively by reducing your points, overall points, by 12. 4 changes is negative 24 points. 5 or more changes, you got all the points removed. There's no reason for you to be making that many changes. You might as well start a new team. Now, this isn't to say that, exceptions are not going to be made on this. Basically, the reason that we're doing this is that so teams can actually start playing together and they can start remaining, transition into the whole, to the whole finals. It's probably best that, if you have your team set up, make sure that you also have subs to replace you in the event that you cannot have your main team play. In case there is an equal amount of points, and this is just an example, let's say that there's first and second, they both have, 16 points each. The round difference, you're going to take into account the round difference in all of the main tournaments, and you're going to get also take into consideration the highest placement in the main tournament, and then there's going to be a qualifier match. So pretty, straightforward. It's just so that we can go ahead and keep our teams and our players together, and that way we can avoid all of those roster changes that are, not commonplace, but we just don't want to see any of that. So let's go ahead and also move on into, well, we already talked about the prizes and stuff, but I'm kind of excited because, we
Yeah.
have some good skins coming out, and I wouldn't mind getting some of those cases. So,
Yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff coming up, and ladies and gentlemen, I mean, especially with the NA bracket, we can kind of see how this is rolled out with the NA qualified teams. You can see here on the screen, Hammers, Esports, and Saints 2 Angels will be playing today. And in our later match, we'll have Vanity versus Elevate Dynasty. There's a lot of matches. Round of 16 happened yesterday, and the quarterfinals actually happened today. So these teams have played many games in the past 2 days already. Hammers Esports versus Saints 2 Angels will be playing right now, and later in the day we'll have Vanity versus Elevate Dynasty for the matchup tomorrow for the grand finals. So these two teams going head straight first. Any upsets in the brackets that you might see that kind of stand out to you, Sapphire?
From what I have seen, well, okay, we all heard about Amplified that they ended up being disqualified, and I was very surprised because, they are considered, or they were considered to be a very strong team. I'm not too sure exactly what happened there. There was that to me, I think, was the most surprising that I had seen. And IFL versus Vanity, I thought IFL would have, I heard that the lead wasn't that too much, but either way, I was expecting IFL to win there. It's no surprise that Hammers did go ahead and beat Absent Minded. Saints 2 Angels, I was also expecting that, and Elevate Dynasty, I was expecting to see. But Vanity in this case, they're not surprising. They still are a very strong team. However, I was expecting Amplified to beat them, and then it would be an Amplified versus IFL game. But for some reason, Amplified, they ended up disqualifying a couple of days ago. I know the team ended up disbanding, but either way, they are here, and I'm really excited to see what it is that they have to show us. So.
Yeah, in our first match, Hammers versus Saints 2 Angels, I do believe we're going to be on the map of Canals, which is very exciting to start this one off. Canals has been a kind of, I would say, contended map, pretty popular in North America, and both actually on the North America and the EU side as well. But any players to stick out for, anyone to watch out for in your mind?
Well, in my mind, okay, so Canals is more kind of like a sniper map. You obviously want to do the longer range weapons. And the person that comes to mind is Knight and Mir. I don't believe Knight is going to be playing because I think he had work, but I know Mir is going to be showing everything that he has on this map. So it's going to be, pretty. I'm not expecting too many close-quartered fights, unless you're pretty much stuck in one of those rooms. But either way, I'm expecting to see a lot of action. A lot of snipers are going to be put out. A lot of utilities. Also, you definitely want to go ahead and block where your movements are. A lot of flash grenades, not the regular grenades, but flash grenades and smokes. I'm expecting to see a lot of that in this map.
Yeah, I think Canals especially is a pretty heavy utility map. It's a lot of close corners, right? Just like you said, but it's also sniper, right? Because there are those 3 bridges in the
Yeah.
map that allow you to kind of be close range and far range at the same time. But before we do that, we're going to hop over to a little break and actually show you a player interview. So enjoy that, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello everyone, and it looks like we're gonna have our player interview today with Mirror from Hammers Esports. Now, you guys won against ASM. Do you have anything else you want to clarify about that? How did that go, and how did you think it was gonna end up? Like,
All right, so before the match, it was like the whole NA scene knew this was like a clash of top teams early in the bracket. So it's like everyone's, intrigued in our match. So going in, we thought it was gonna be a harder fight, honestly, because they did in a previous match 13-3 or 13-4 some team on port. So going into playing port after knowing they did that, it's like, always gonna have a little nervousness with it. But my team, we pulled out nice. We started off like 8-0 on T side. I mean CT side.
oh, that's
Then
decent.
flipped. It was like I can't even remember scores, but it was like a good score on the flip, and then we won T side pistol, and it was just all she wrote.
All right, and you ended up with 13-2. Do you remember?
13-4.
13-4. Damn, you guys.
Yeah.
You guys smashed that one. That was that's kind of it's kind of a destruction right there. How do you think you're gonna play against your next opponents?
Honestly, ASM, in my opinion, I could be wrong though, is a harder team than the team I'm about to play now. So I'm not saying I'm going into the game underestimating anyone, because we don't underestimate anyone, because anything
never.
can happen.
Anything can
But
happen.
we don't expect it to be that much of a problem, because ASM again was a harder team.
All right. Anyways, do you have anything else to say to the viewers? Something else you want to clarify, or other things you would like to say?
No, I think that's probably it. Just catch us in the finals.
All right, we'll catch you in the finals then, if you'll reach it, of course.
Yeah, of course.
Just try your best, and we'll see you get there. May the best win. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, that was pretty much our player interview. Thanks for I guess being here with the interview.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it. Bye bye.
All right. Bye.
Love having those player interviews, ladies and gentlemen. And now we're actually going to hop over to the map Vetoes. So this is actually going to be a very interesting kind of segment that we just discussed. Obviously, I kind of gave it away about what the maps were for the first map. But we will actually be able to see here the first ban, which is port. So Saints to Angels actually wanting to ban out port there. What do you think of this, as well as Hammers banning grounded?
I'm a little surprised that Hammers did end up banning grounded. It's no surprise that people end up banning port. It's not a heavily played map, even though it's one of the newest ones, along with raid. I'm a little bit surprised on grounded. I thought Hammers would be a little bit stronger on grounded. It's not their strongest map. However, Saints to Angels, they probably have something up their sleeve. I know Nick does a lot of compliance, does a lot of his homework regarding to the teams that they are playing against. So maybe he felt it was better not to allow that map into the series here that we have going on. I think we're also a little bit ahead of our producer, our director, because we went ahead and I said port, and then what was banned was grounded next. So I don't know if he can hear me or not, but he should change. Thank you. Sorry about that. So yes, so Saints to Angels did pick Canals. And then we have, I think they're changing it a little bit. There we go. And then Legacy was picked next for Hammers. Canals, Legacy, what do we have left? Ooh, Raid has been banned. And then trying to figure out, okay, Plaza's been banned. So the decider map is going to be Bureau. Do you think this is going to be a 2-0 game, or is this going to be, are we going to take it all the way to map 3? What do you think, Mark?
Honestly, I do think this is going to be a 2-1. I think both teams have strengths on each of their maps. We do know that Canals tends to be a more even map. Legacy is pretty renowned for its CT-sidedness as far as the games go. But I mean, we have seen quite a few comebacks on Legacy in past tournaments as well, with some of the Hammers players in the past, and Canals as well. It tends to be a more even as far as the score, as well as the CT and T rounds. But Bureau, I would be extremely ecstatic for the last map to be Bureau. That is a very fun map, kind of brawly. We have those long corners over towards B-Long event halls, but at the same time, you get really close and personal with those players over towards Intel. So I'm very content with all of these maps picked here, but we're going to get into Canals very shortly, just waiting for the last couple players from these teams to join on in. And I do believe we should have a very, very stacked and very exciting match ahead of us.
We do indeed. So for Canals, do you think we're going to see a lot of, well, of course we're going to see a lot of snipers. What do you think they're going to be using? A lot of AKs, perhaps a lot of SGs, any AUGs or anything that we're going to be seeing? What are your predictions there? Perhaps that the weapons are going to be used. So, because I mean, you're going to save your money to buy utilities because you definitely want to use them a little bit more. But what do you think?
Yeah, I think with the recent changes, actually, I mean, we did see the we did see the AUG kind of get buffed a little bit, and people have really been playing with that a lot. But I think there's quite a bit of overlap, like you said, with utility, so we might be seeing the M4 quite a bit. But yeah, I do believe there is a lot to kind of be said. Probably more of the M4s, at least on the CT side, and the AKs on more of the breach side. But the coalition, I feel like they're going to be using more, saving their money for that utility. Like you said, smokes are definitely going to be very contentious on this map. Just clearing out those A sites and as well as smoking off those choke points for B site if you're on the coalition to stop the breach. But yeah, I believe we're going to be seeing a couple snipers here and there, not dominant. I don't think we'll see dominant snipers on any map, actually. However, I do believe those rifles they'll reign supreme.
Yeah. So do you think it'd be a good idea to have people use like flash grenades and everything just to kind of like blind the corners? You make a really good point there that definitely smokes is definitely a utility that you want to have on you. But what about flash? Like maybe I don't really see people using the regular grenades as much since you're a little bit further out and stuff, and it's really not going to cause that much damage, and I feel it's going to be like a waste of money. But what about flashes?
Well, I think we'll actually be able to see it right now because we're live into the round. You can see what they bought out here onto the side of Hammers. We'll see quite a few P250s here. They're going to rush out. You can see S2A bought a Deagle, actually. You normally don't see the Deagle onto the pistol rounds, but Jake, he's going to take out a loose first kill into the game here. You see those Hammers players. They're actually going to be playing a very kind of fast rush onto that B site, but they're already rotating here. Saints 2 Angels in a 3 versus 2 situation onto this retake here. Verdi has to really protect his teammate now, and he's gotten tagged down low. And Nicolene, they actually get 2 kills in return, so Saints 2 Angels, they actually push it back in their favor. And Hammers, I believe, they weren't able to take it out.
Probably a little bit caught off guard there on the side of Hammers. I don't know. I was expecting a little bit, not so much of a rush. I thought that they would take it a little bit slower. Pistols, you kind of want to play a little bit more, just to kind of check where everybody's out. But everybody just rushed in there and was just excited to go ahead and start these matches, and it's definitely coming through right now. Everybody's trying to make the rotations. They're going straight for B side. There's nobody going on to A.
Oh my god. Saints to Angels. I think the HUD might be a little bit glitched here. You can see Hammers on the T side, but they're actually getting pushed there onto the other side. You can see there, though, Hammers are actually making a pretty good retake case for themselves, and they're actually going to be able to get the retake fully on. Hammers, I am impressed by that. They were on an eco round, and Saints to Angels, they won the pistol, but Hammers, I think Hammers are on the CT side. The overlay might confuse me a bit, but either way.
It was confusing me as well too. So we do have on the side of the coalition, we have Hammers, and Breach is Saints 2 Angels. So we do see a lot of utility by Nicole, by Mirzi, Ewept, and Frost. Jake doesn't have anything right now. He's low. Oh, there you go. Finally bought it. Got the Euratio out. Pistols on the side of it's kind of confusing, actually. A little confusing. The Saints 2 Angels and Hammers at the top, but it's okay. We'll pull through. I just have to ignore that.
Yeah, Saints 2 Angels, they are pretty bunched up near A side, I would say, and Hammers, they're just gonna pull back a little bit. You don't need to peek aggressive. They are on the coalition side on the defense here. But you can see there, Hammers, they're just playing the long game. You don't need to get overwhelmed. And it should be a clean round here for Hammers.
Yeah, I can see Saints 2 Angel trying to break through, but it was unsuccessful, so they're going to have to go back, and that round goes over to Hammers.
Yeah, Hammers very cleanly winning that out. Only losing 1 player. That's exactly what you want to see, and they're going to start slowly building up an economy, but the nades coming out, and that's a sure sign for Hammers to protect their bomb sites.
Very true. Everybody What do I expect? I mean, it's still pretty early on. Saints to Angel still has a chance in this. Normally, though, I would say probably split up your group a little bit more. Probably lag behind. Just don't rush into the same corner. And it looks like that's about to happen as two fell back a little bit. They're a little bit more spread out, heading towards A. And then you do have Erupt and Frost checking out A site. And Nicole is just hanging out cafe, just getting some information for this stage.
Oh my gosh, Frost has 2 kills, Erupt as well. They're holding down the bomb site, and Frost with 3. Gonna shut it down, and Loose trying to get 1 kill, but Frost with the 4K shuts it down. Hammers, they're able to secure another round, only losing 1 more player in Frost. He's gonna pad his stats as well. A nice quadruple kill with the AUG.
Indeed. I'm trying to think. Hammers is doing just exceptionally well. They're not giving them any chances. They're not allowing any mistakes to happen at this time. Yesterday when I saw their game against Bless, their first game was, quite a stumped, but the second game was a little bit too close to comfort. You do have Saints to Angel spreading out a little bit more, trying to probably breach through mid. And they're just hanging out, just checking out to see if any information that's useful to them, to see what exactly it is that they're going to be doing.
Yeah, and I think I was a bit wrong when I stated mostly we'd be seeing on the defense side for the M4s. We're actually seeing majority AUGs. We can see why it's so lethal, right? High rate of fire as well, 32 bullets in the clip, and well, Mir actually gets caught off guard there. Naruto is able to get 1 frag, and can he get the second? No, he can't. Verdi's going to trade it up though, and this is really good for Saints to Angels. They are actually very, very successful thus far, able to pick up 2 weapons as well, but now just Averti with that AK. Can they get any more done? Erupt, he's going to come back here, and now Averti, just his lonesome, trying to go get that bomb plant, but it's going to get denied by Jake. So 4 rounds here for Hammers. Expected on the defense of Canals, but we'll see here. How do they adapt?
Mentioning back to the AUG, it's a really good weapon for them to use. I did see it a lot on the side of Hammers, and it could be just one of those strong weapons. It's only costs about 3,000. It only costs about 3,000, so it's not. It's a high cost weapon, but its accuracy is pretty darn good. So don't want to say it's on par with the sniper, but it's pretty high up there. So it's definitely a very strong weapon that you want to use against your enemies.
Yeah, I find it funny that Mir actually has the SVD, not a gun we see very often. Pretty sure he would intentionally buy that, not by mistake, but that is one of the automatic firing sniper rifles. So we'll see, how does he really want to approach this one? So he's a player, but he can't actually, that's through the smoke. So just going to fire off a warning shot and a couple here and there. But you can see S2A, they are really bunched up over towards A. Erupt, though, going to get that first frag, and he's communicating to his teammate. You can see there Jake rotating all the way from CT, but a loose 2 huge entry frags onto the site, and he gets the 3rd as well, eradicating that defense on the A site. And you can see everything just falling apart for Hammers. S2A, they timed that perfectly, and Hammers just caught off guard.
Really quickly, I'm wondering if Stream can hear the game sound since we can't hear it, or is that something that's just on our end?
I do believe that's on our end. I think they can hear it, so
I just
yeah.
wanted to be sure, because my stream crashed, and I'm starting to think that my laptop can't handle so many things. All of a sudden, wait, I wonder. Okay, so here we go again. Round 6, favoring Hammers 4-2. Already 20 seconds in. Kind of making some noise around.
Yeah.
Saints to Angels just hanging back, fishing for information again.
They have a very diverse set of weapons, though. You can see there, Saints to Angels, an HK, an SG, an AUG, a U ratio, and an AK. They are all different weapons there. We'll see how they use them to their advantage. Hammers, though, primarily sticking with the actual W ratio setup, but Erupt, he's been so good on this A bomb site, he can't get anything done, though. 2 players fall from Hammers, and once again, they're getting trampled. Frost is so blind, but the bomb's getting planted right in front of him, and can he get the kill? No, he can't. Pretzels does take him down, and now it's a 3 versus 1 Saints to Angels. They're able to claw back 2 rounds in a row, and that actually puts Hammers' economy in the bin. They're able to buy 1 more round, but I believe after this, they won't have the money for guns nor utility as well, so...
Yeah, it definitely sets them back just a little bit, but it's not surprising. You did mention that Canals is more of a T-sided map. Perhaps Saints to Angels is starting to get, warming up a little bit, just getting into the groove of things, kind of testing out Hammers. I just see them being a lot more spread out than they were in the first couple of games. So, spreading themselves out kind of helped a little bit, denying some of that information on the side of Hammers there.
Yeah, they're playing a more of a default style here, but Nicolene not going to get caught off guard today by Menace, and so you can see a 4v4. How do they adapt to this one? Hammers playing a 2-2 setup here, but they're going to actually win their duels. Loose does get that trade frag, but he does get tagged down pretty low, and now he's the only player left for Saints 2 Angels. Actually, Averti, he had low HP. I thought he was dead, and now it's turned in the favor of Saints 2 Angels, actually. Erupt, he's going to have to come back all the way in T-spawn, very far away.
And not get cut out. Sorry, I totally cut you off there. I'm just excited about this whole thing. It's just, I think you, I don't know if you'll be able to make it. Play it slow, play it quickly, quietly. You definitely don't want to reveal your position, but I think they know where he is. Well, just expecting him to show up at any moment, and just make sure to check your corners, and he should be able to tap him off. Ooh.
Oh, rough. He's made some sound, and he takes down Averti. He now knows that Eluse, he's pretty low as well. If he can get this kill, the bomb is ticking down low, but Eluse, he's playing the time. He's playing this one perfectly, and I think Eluse, he's won this one out. Yep, he's peeked out in the crouch peek. Erupt wasn't looking exactly that manner, but Saints 2 Angels, they've tied it up now. They have the momentum fully going for them, and you can see their Averti 10-5. They are doing extremely well. Menace not doing too hot, but I mean, his team is supporting him, and they're getting that teamwork down. So Saints 2 Angels able to kind of, I would say, actually have a better read in the mid round and the late round. You know, maybe they'll lose those opening duels in the beginning, but they're able to recover from these deficits early on, which is very impressive. Erupt. Can he get 2 kills? He mows them down. No, he takes down Erupt to a pretty low amount of HP, actually, but he gets taken down, and now the bomb actually is going to get planted on the A side.
Very quickly indeed, and it just seems like Hammers right now are just running wild, trying to get the information, trying to just clean in on them, but, you know, Menace denies it onto Jake, and just slowly creeping in, but no, we have Saints 2 Angels going, you know, cleaning them up quite nicely. It becomes a 2v1 situation there.
Yeah, Saints 2 Angels, they've won 4 rounds in a row, I believe now. It was a 4-1 scoreline, and now it's 5-4, so they've really gotten a hold of their momentum here on the reach side of Canals. We'll see here, they haven't really pulled out any snipers, and I think that's a testament to how they play on the breach side. Hammers, I don't think they're able to afford a sniper. That's probably the reason they're not using the snipers. But you can see they're sacrificing a bit of utility for the exclusive weaponry, and Erupt, he's going to take that duel early. Not going to win that fight, though. So Frost is going to try and extend out, and Saints 2 Angels, they are just winning their duels left and right. 5 versus 3, and while Menace and Pretzels are low, they are still men on the field, and Eluse as well does shut down Frost. Hammers, they're just getting torn apart at the seams. Mir's the only player left standing, able to get 1 frag, but now they know where he is, and they're going to go all the way over towards the B side.
Might as well just rush him in at this point, but no, he's standing his ground as much as he can, throwing out some grenades, trying to avoid some detection there, but he's going into a long, and he gets caught out.
Yeah, Saints 2 Angels, I'm very convinced by their attacking side right now. Their breach side seems to be very strong, and while they aren't necessarily bombarding Hammers with utility, they are winning their duels. That's the most important thing right now. They're getting the kills, getting the early round advantages, and I did mention that they're good to recover. Well, they don't even need to recover. They're able to win it out in a more clean fashion. So you can see here, Hammers, they bought out again, so you see 3 AUGs and 2 M4s for them, but what can they do? The nades kind of flush out those players from the site, and once again, A getting so attacked, and Erupt not able to find a frag, and the A defense falls once again. Eluse and Averti combined for 3 frags. Just Jake and Nicolene now. Nothing really they can do.
It's definitely the utility usage on the side of Saints 2 Angels that's allowing them to go ahead and make the changes and making those wins. In the beginning, Hammers did show a very strong front. I still feel that they have this match, but their eco is just so destroyed right now. They should be able to save up and, you know, not buy as many utility, but now they are. And I'm thinking it used to be just like 1 or 2 members on the side of Hammers getting utility, but now we have Mirzi, we have Wept, and we have Frosty onto that. And we have full utility usage on the side of Saints 2 Angels. I still feel that this round, unless Hammers just a little bit, it's not good.
Yeah, they actually put 3 players on A, which is what their change is, but it's not working for them. Menace absolutely just destroying them right now. And their utility, they're just bombarding them now. Now they're using their utility to full force. And right now, Hammers have nothing they can do. A full clean sweep here. All 5 players from Saints to Angels staying alive. And they made a huge recovery. 7 rounds in a row on the Breach side. And now they're going to transition over to the Coalition. I think this is looking extremely good for Saints to Angels.
Definitely, indeed. Typically these aren't just the players that we are used to seeing on the side of Hammers. Knight is a player that he's really strong. He's an OG. Basically, we have seen him in the old tournaments and stuff. And so we have Frost and Mirzi as well. A lot of these players, though, I'm starting to think that maybe their synergy still isn't developed because they're not the main team from the main roster.
This is an interesting tactic from Hammers. Will it work? They're going to peek him all at the same time. Jake has that deagle, but now they actually know where Hammers are, and Hammers knows where S2A are. So 3 players sitting over towards Plaza. That was a very, very interesting strat. And now they've actually slowed it down. You can see there Frost over towards that tunnels position, trying to scout out any more information that they can. It's a 4v4 though. And I think Frost might have spotted the foot. I don't think so. Maybe. Oh, he did see him. He did see him, and he's able to get the kill into Pretzels finally, but ends up getting traded off. So now they're running onto this A site. Only 2 defenders there, so as long as they can take one out, but Loose, he's going to get that huge frag, and 2! They're going to take down Hammers. Jake, the last man standing now, has the deagle in his hand, but can he evade a Loose? And that's not going to be happening. A Loose, 3 kills. What a round for him.
Got it going right now. Okay, so we have the utility usage. Okay, so Loose is 17-7. Frost is high up there. I'm 2-10. Wubs and Averti are the next 2 guys on the list right there. And I feel like Hammers is getting caught out in the little tiny mistakes. They're not checking their corners as well as they should be. They should probably hang back a little bit more, get that information that they need, be a little bit more patient before attacking, and boom, that was prime example right there. Slow down just a little bit, just to peek just slightly, he might have been able to see him.
Yeah, this is an interesting way. Obviously, with the pistols, you definitely want to group together, but not getting their trades necessarily. Even a 2-for-1 trade on an eco round would be successful, but is Mirzi able to peek out? No, he's not. Naruto watching, and he's got his back covered. So right now, those nades just chipping away more damage, and Hammers, like you said, yeah, they've been a little aggressive and not able to get anything done here. You can see the SA58s doing so much work, and Saints to Angels, they are 3 rounds away from winning this map into a very kind of close matchup there. Legacy is the next match, so we'll see how Hammers might recover, or if they can come back into this one. I'd be ecstatic to see that.
It's not surprising to see a game like this, 10-4, and then slowly, 10-6, 10 to, maybe 11-8, slowly start climbing up. But I'm not that confident in Hammers right now. It seems like they keep getting caught out. Saints to Angels seems to be at the perfect place at the perfect time and executing a little bit better than Hammers is. Not to say that Hammers isn't a strong team. They very much are. But I feel like they're just making a little bit, too many constant mistakes here. They're rushing in too quickly. They should probably slow down a little bit more. They keep getting denied those entry points. And, St. Two Angels is already on A site. They have B site covered. How is Hammers going to break through here?
Yeah, and certainly, the round differential has to play a factor here. They've lost 9 rounds in a row at this point. It was 4-1, and now it's 4-10 in favor of Saints to Angels. So that definitely has to play a factor here. Frost just playing an off angle, but he gets spotted out from behind, and oh my god, he flicks around. What a spray transfer. That was absolutely nuts. We'll still have to see if the round goes in their favor, but Hammers not able to win that out. Still, I would say that was a pretty nice flick around.
They have to shake this off. Seriously, it's okay, fine. This 11-4 is not something that we'd like to see. Definitely not on Hammers. I was expecting a little bit more of a closer call. Really not expecting anyone to be, especially Saints to Angels, to be in this such a commanding lead. I was expecting this to be a little bit closer, a little bit more like just aggression. In the terms of the score and everything, but I don't know. Like I feel like this isn't. What can this be doing to Hammers' mentality right now? They are a very strong team. They're losing 11-4, first game at the semifinals. Like at this level, it's like I feel like they're just slightly below par here.
Yeah, they really have to reset. And you can see here, S2A, they are so confident. They're just taking every duel and they're winning them out, right? So Hammers, like you said, they're going to have to shake this one off. I don't believe there's a massive chance for a comeback here. As we've seen, they're just not winning their duels. And I mean, S2A, they don't even need to use their utility anymore. They're just peeking out, no flashes, no smokes, and Erupt, the last person standing, 1 HP. I believe they've gotten onto match point here. So S2A, this is an absolute stomper of a comeback from them, from 4-1 to 4-12. This is absolutely incredible.
Yes. I do have to just say one thing. The skins have completely progressed from when I was hosting these critical ops tournaments. And now I've just been seeing a lot of them, and I'm just like, oh my god, that one's pretty. That one's pretty too. It makes me want to grind for these skins. And speaking of skins, we do have a giveaway going on tomorrow, so be sure to tune in for both EU and NA matches. And here we go, lots of action.
See here, finally, Hammers, they're just trying to go all out, but I don't think it's going to work out for them. This might just be the killing blow, as Saints to Angels might win this one 13-4, unless Mir can pull off an amazing 1 versus 4, but he's going to get flanked very shortly from the side here, as Naruto is there to shoot him in the back, and like we said, Saints to Angels are going to take it away 13-4. Next map will be Legacy, but you know, definitely enter into that giveaway. It is on the Critical Ops Esports Twitter, and make sure you reply #NA so we know you're watching from the NA stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go to a quick break, but stay tuned for map number 2, Legacy. That's up pretty shortly, and we'll be right back. Welcome back, everyone. Hopefully you had a good break. Hopefully you got out, got some popcorn, got some food, enjoyed some critical ops. Maybe you played a death match in between our matches. But last match, if you guys weren't here, S2A beat Hammers pretty decidedly 13-4 on the map of Canals. We saw there Eluse, Averti, Naruto, they all went off. Eluse 23-8, Averti 17-8 against the likes of Hammers, who just didn't show up to this map. But Legacy is a different match. We'll see what comes out here. Sapphire, how do you break down at this map, and how do you think Hammers have to recollect moving forward into Legacy?
I didn't unmute. Of course, it happens to me all the time, especially when I'm streaming. It always happens that I have to have my mic muted. Okay, so basically what I was saying, Hammers was carrying the AUG a lot, as long as they could buy it, they were buying it. Please correct me if I'm wrong on this, but the AUG, I had read that it was one of the rifles that is what's it called? One of the only rifles that has a silencer on it, right? So I'm expecting the AUG a lot again on the side of Hammers, and if they are able to have enough money to also, you know, buy their armor, to buy some other utility and stuff like that, I think this game can go to their side. However, if S2A is able to remain quick on their feet like they were last game, and they're able to go ahead and really double check their corners to make sure that they are, you know, use their utility to go ahead and disperse Hammers out, I'm going to say that we're going to probably see S2A in the finals tomorrow. But I am expecting a lot of AUG usage. Maybe one player maybe has a sniper rifle out there, but you know, doesn't really come into too handy in this map. So I am expecting again a lot of AKs, M4s, AUGs in here basically.
Yeah, I actually think there's definitely a big potential here by Hammers. They have to really get their stuff together, because they are starting actually on the coalition side, the defending side, and we know that this is pretty, you know, sided towards the coalition. You know, and if they can get, I would say, 8 to 9 rounds on their coalition side, that's really good for them. However, if they don't get off to a good start on the coalition, we know it's a pretty uphill battle on the breach side. So Hammers, I think there's definitely a possibility for them to come back here to reset. I really would have loved to hear what was going on in their voice chats during the middle of those matches. You know, how were they talking to each other? Were they saying, hey, let's just reset, let's fill this one off? Or were they talking about the previous match? We do not have that insight, unfortunately. However, we know that these teams are going to be going through, you know, into Legacy pretty shortly. We're just waiting for the teams to join up. So I do believe there's a little bit of a break for them as well. You know, they're competing. It's tough. It's intense. And there's a lot of stuff going on in their heads. So they get a break.
And then this was definitely was this is not the second game of their day. They did have a best of one match earlier. Earlier today, they had 3 games yesterday, or 2 to 3 games yesterday, depending on how they did on the quarterfinals. And there are a lot of community tournaments also happening in Critical Ops. There was one last week. I think it was AFT and Rain. So there's a lot of I guess mentality that it comes into these, and it can be a little bit draining sometimes. So giving them these 10-15 minute breaks in between matches, it might not be favorable to the viewers, but it's very favorable towards the players. They can give them time to reset, which hopefully they do take advantage of that to recollect themselves, to gather their energy, to do that little pep talk again. And just the only thing we can do from here is just wait until they join the lobby. So until then, we are here to entertain you guys. So again, go to Twitter, go to Critical Ops Esports. Be sure to be following all of us, and then be sure to sign up for that giveaway. I believe it's the dragon skin. Correct me if
Yeah,
I'm wrong.
Dragon Knife Remix.
So pretty. Like, I mean, I don't know. But like I said before, like I definitely want to start grinding this game again. I need to get my hands on some of those lovely, lovely skins. And yeah, by the way, I'm just gonna throw this out there. I need carries, guys. So just I need that. And guys, if you have not watched Coolmark's video, you guys should definitely take a glance at that. I'm sure everyone here is following you though, Mark. You're very loved by the community. You've been around for quite some time. So
Hey, they call me Noob Mark because I'm not great at the game. That's why I'm here casting the game, right? I think I'm better at talking about the game. But if we actually talk a little bit more about the teams, because I mean, we're not the stars of the show here. I think it's the teams that are. We can kind of actually go to the brackets and look at that graphic just a little bit here, and we can see that there's actually quite a bit of potential. So we saw that Hammers and Saints to Angels are in the semifinals right now. But actually, if Saints to Angels win this map, they're going to guarantee themselves at least 18 points tomorrow, because the second place of the main tournament, they actually get 18 points versus a mere 8, right? So that possibility of a 10-point differential, that is huge for them. So if they really get their gears on and they win this game up, they have already guaranteed themselves 18 points with the potential for 25 points. We still have to wait and see how Vanity and Elevate Dynasty will pull out here. But I think there's a lot for Hammers to kind of play for. They do not want to just be subjected to 8 points on their own. But
yeah.
And I surely wouldn't either.
So let's go ahead and talk a little bit about all of the teams that had been participating. Just the only team that I'm really surprised that ended up disbanding again was Amplified. So we didn't get to see how they ended up doing. I know a lot of their members had left. Either way, these were our qualified teams. They all played yesterday. And just only a couple of them ended up moving, or half of them, I could say, ended up moving ahead to the qualifier teams, to the qualifier games earlier today. And now we are down to just 4, from 16 to 4. Now, again, this is only one of the main tournaments that's going to be happening all month long. So you're going to have these tournaments, I'm sorry, not all month long, but every month leading up to the finals in October. So it's kind of exciting. So even if they don't make it over to the finals tomorrow, there's still a really good chance for them to be able to qualify during the main tournaments for August and September.
Mm-hmm. And I want to ask you all, ladies and gentlemen, who would you have wanted to see go through, right? There was probably quite a few upsets, as Sapphire mentioned before, not as many as we thought, but still, a decent amount. So you as a fan, I want to see you in chat. How many or what team would you have actually wanted to go through? And within this next match, right, Saints to Angels versus Hammers, knowing their rosters, who do you think is going to be the star player? I want to see in chat, because that will be interesting to see what you think versus what actually will be happening in the game soon. But there's going to be quite a bit of action coming onto Legacy. Once again, Legacy is a pretty, I would say, linear map. It goes from front to back. There's not a lot of side. I mean, unless you want to go subway up to B, that's usually the most, I would say, side you can get, or you can go to the other side, which is towards museum, over towards A, right? So this map is pretty kind of long-winded, and there's a lot of long-range fights taken. I mean, I know the stairs to heaven is a very contended area on the map. But Sapphire, I don't know if you've played this map before. I played this map in ranked, and I'm kind of like a ranked noob, but this map is definitely tricky for me. At least on the coalition side. I mean, it's when you get run over towards that heaven area, there's there's not a lot of hope for you, but I think Hammer is definitely starting off on this coalition side. They definitely kind of understand what they're going to be doing here. But I don't know. What are your thoughts on anything that they might have to keep out or look out for?
I have to say one thing, and again, it's been a while since I've picked up this game, but I'm getting back into it. However, one of the things that I used to do a lot in this map, and it never worked. Who knows if it might, maybe because I'm not at that caliber of a pro, right? I would always go through Subway just to prove a
You
point.
would. You would.
You know what I mean? It can be done. But
Oh my gosh.
yeah, no, everybody always told me, no, you don't go out, you don't do that, but whatever it was. But I think I did see it on one tournament, and this was back when I was hosting Valiance, that Gangsters actually went through Subway and they ended up winning the round. But other than that, I have never really seen any of the teams ever go through Subway. But I still do. I still hang out there, just crawl in there, try to be as silent as I can to see if I can sneak up on anyone. But no, just doesn't work. But yeah, that's my little funny story in regards to Legacy. I think one of my favorite parts though, just like, have you ever just like taken a walk through the maps and kind of like really like check out the angles? Like if you know that they're going to be coming in through like bar or something, what's the best way to kind of cover myself and still like make myself really small so that way they don't flick me off as easily and stuff. And I am expecting a lot of people to like always rush in and put a lot of pressure, since you did say that there's not much that you can do on the sides. It's pretty linear of a map. So what are your thoughts on that?
Honestly, I think it is. I don't think it's actually going to be as fast because it's so linear. There's going to be a lot of snipers kind of aiming them down. So if they do want to rush places, they're going to have to be explosive with their utility, right? Flashes and smokes. I think the very default one is, smoking stairs if you want to go over towards A, flashing out over towards stairs. You don't want that sniper rifle staring down at you when you're rushing up. I've seen collaterals go through that. It doesn't feel good on the receiving end of a collateral. So I think a lot of teams will be definitely utilizing their utility when it comes to the coalition side. We'll see Hammers how they can do this, but on the pistol round, I'm not sure. We'll see if they buy a Deagle again. I mean, I feel like a Deagle is interesting choice. It did get buffed recently. I would say the recoil has been decreased, but still, it's not the easiest weapon to use, especially against other pistols that have a much, I would say, higher fire rate and a lot lower recoil. We'll see how they can take out the pistol here, but they tend to, I would say they tend to force out. So I guess, going back to your point of going fast, I think a lot of teams actually on the coalition side, they actually like to rush towards museum. That's a pretty common strat I see on the second round after they win the pistol round. So we'll kind of see here, but I think they are taking a bit of a longer break. They're taking a little bit longer to get in. And, if I could say get in here, I would. But we just got to wait a little bit, be patient for them. And, hopefully y'all are having a good day. What are you eating? What are you snacking on? Question of the day.
What are you guys drinking? So
tweet it out to us. Yeah, tweet it out to us. I think we have the teams going to be in here shortly. I'm not sure what they're drinking or what they're eating. They probably shouldn't be eating finger foods. Imagine eating chips while playing games.
Even if
Don't
you
do
like and everything, it's like I just, why? Like that I think that's like a capital sin on anyone who's a gamer. Like,
Yeah.
because I do it. I shouldn't say that I don't do it, right? But like, you're eating, you got like Doritos or you got chips, you got the oils on your hands, and it's just you can't flick your weapon as easily as you can, and you can't rotate through that. But either way, so I know there were a couple of updates that happened, or a couple of changes that happened in the last update. It was 1.18. We have visual weapons on the players to see what weapons our teammates have. That's one thing. Rooms owners will now be able to host a tournament and have options to finally be able to restart the game, and you're also able to kick users that aren't supposed to be there. And there's a lot more changes that have been done on it, so kind of excited to see.
Yeah, those changes are actually very much geared towards the tournaments, right? So you can kind of restart matches, pause matches, and let's say the game crashes and a player disconnects, you can really reset that game. And you can even take away health from people. I think that's remarkable, and it shows the level of dedication the dev team has had. But we are live here, ladies and gentlemen. You can see here, Knight, he has that actual Dragon Remix knife. If you want to go and a chance to actually get that, go into Twitter, #NA, reply to that tweet, but he's going to be swinging that out. He's going to actually have that weapon, and he's back in the game on the side of Hammers. We can see here, they're just going to be sitting over towards Frost. And look at what I said. There's that smoke over towards that stairs position. They want to make sure that they're not going to get picked off from that heaven area. Frost still really making sure that gives them a fight for their money, but he's able to take down Menace through the smoke. I think he saw him. But either way, that puts him in a very strong position. And the loose also low, but not going to be spotted out there. Jake does get shot out. And Hammers, they're actually off to a strong start here on the pistol. Mirrors MVP, he runs around, gets a frag, and Averti, the last man standing here for S2A in Museum, able to get one frag, but I don't think any more here.
So Knight is back. I think he's subbing in for Nicole. Nicole got out and Knight is in. I'm kind of surprised there that Knight was caught off guard there. Like, he couldn't really see him. But all he had to do was a little bit sometimes.
Oh, yeah. Well, what does matter is the round win, and I think that's what Hammers are going to get here. Predictions, I do actually believe they're going to go pretty heavy with the SA58 in the next round. Given that they win this one out, you can see here MVP, they're just right across the door from each other. If he digs out, and MVP is going to take him down. So Averti not able to get anything dumb here, but I think we'll see the SA58 come out pretty commonly for the side of Hammers. And you can see there, Jake takes one out into his arsenal already. So S2A, this might be the round that they actually go fast, but otherwise I think they'll be trying to play together off of the pistols that they've upgraded to.
They're definitely moving really a lot quicker than they were last map, but they seem to be in the perfect positioning. They seem to be catching everyone on guard. Their placement, their play style and everything seems to be a lot more cohesive in this game. And I know we only saw just one round, but you could tell, like, they're taking. I feel like they're taking this a little bit more seriously than they were the last time.
Oh yeah, Frost does spot a couple players out. He's just going to spam. He knows that he has teammates to back him up, but Pretzel's actually going to take him down. His teammate isn't there to back him up, and I lied. You can see from heaven, is he actually going to be able to get the kill? Erupt finally does, but he gets traded out. And S2A, they're doing a really good job here on this eco round. We only have pistols there. Eluse does get taken out actually with the bomb as well, and now Hammers finally gaining back control, but Averti, once again, the last man alive versus 3 as well. This is deja vu of the last round. Will Averti win it out this time? That'd be incredible.
3 versus 1, it's unlikely. It's possible, plausible, but unlikely, especially with 3 strong players on the side of Hammers. But Averti is really good. He can just sneak up quietly around.
Oh, that sneaking was not done. But hey, here, Hammers, they start pretty strong. MVP, you can see 3-0, and I mean, only 2 rounds in. We'll have to see how this develops. I would love to see this during, I would say, round number 7 or 8, and see if S2A there. But 2 rounds, off to a good start, and pretty clean rounds at that, losing only 2 players. So they're able to maintain their economy just slightly. Frost and Erupt a little bit lower on the bank accounts, but Knight, he is 5,500. I want 5,500 in my bank account.
Same. They're doing quite well. I think they just have to like time their movements a little bit more. They keep getting caught off. Now I think it's the reverse. They're rushing in a little bit more. That was actually a good play. Got the information. Sure, Naruto fell a little bit down or anything, but he was telling them, hey, there's somebody right there on the corner. Maybe we should split up. But they're not. They're staying in the same place, and I think they're just gonna go straight for stairs.
Yeah. I wonder if they know if Stairs is kind of a death trap with the player here, Frost, as well as Erupt playing over towards that top position. But they are able to overwhelm Erupt, though, standing strong over towards that top position. And Frost, he's going to peek out very close and aggressive right now. Not able to get a kill, but finally does. And now it's a 5 versus 2. If they can all stay alive, that'd be wonderful for Hammers and S2A. I mean, Eluse, he has that TRG, but can't do anything with it. So Hammers, clean sweep here, and now we see the economy developing. $9,300. He's just getting richer by the moment. S2A now, though, they finally have money to buy. And you can see full AKs, full armor, full utility coming out for them. Will we see a fast play? I actually don't believe so. I think they're going to play some defaults.
I did see Mirzi and Jake hanging out at B side, just checking in while all the action was happening during stairs. But Mirzi just, went around, picked one off, and it was done and over with. Expecting that to be the same play here. I'm hoping that they aren't going to go straight for stairs again, and it just seems like they're going to be spreading out a little bit just to get information. But again, they're going for stairs.
Yeah, they're kind of congregating around this A area. Stairs is so highly contended, and oh, Frost, oh, he throws that, and he gets lucky that they don't peek him at the exact moment that he's right there. But grenades, he avoids them, and he runs all the way back. He says, I don't want anything to do with those grenades there. Teammate is up towards top, but you can see here, it is Eluse actually making his way over towards that mid position, clearing it out. And Menace, I'm not sure what happened there, but you hate to see the bot spray. MVP, I don't know if he saw Loose over towards glass, but Loose teammate is falling left and right, and so you can see he has a lot of work to do. MVP has to get those shots out. Knight does find a frag, but it is just Naruto, and now 5 versus 1. Naruto is sitting inside the smoke. Can he pick up his first kill of the match? It looks unlikely. The bomb is so far away from him as well, and there sits Frost on the other side of the door. So, like you said, they're trying to go for stairs each and every time, and they're getting bogged down.
Maybe they should go Subway. No, I doubt it.
Maybe.
It would surprise everyone, right? I'm thinking maybe they should spread out themselves a little bit more. Try to go towards A, probably go to Museum, towards Museum. But you do have Mirzi and Jake waiting for them. So, Hammers is really good on their rotations. They get notified where the positioning of S2A is, and they're quickly there. And it looks like, again, they're actually going through, the middle there. I don't know, they dropped the bomb, which is a good tactic. They're rushing in. This is something that we haven't seen the last couple of games.
He's able to get another frag as well, and they're just Hammers. They are really cohesive on this coalition side. You can see they are equaling the amount of rounds that they got last game total. So right now, if they win this round, they will have more rounds than they had all of last game. And Knight, he's aggressive right now. He is confident, and he knows that there might be a player over towards Museum, but might just get caught off guard there. Doesn't see him out, but 1v3s. How many 1v3s have we seen this game already? I feel like every round is almost concluded in 1v3. Menace trying to do what he can, but Knight is going to shut him out. And 5-0, Hammers. Now more rounds than they had last game at all.
Yeah. Again, S2A. I mean, you did say earlier that this is more of a coalition-sided map. If Hammers is able to get those 8 to 9 rounds, they're going to be comfortably sitting at the top. Either way, if I can see a little bit more, just like 1 or 2 games off of Hammers while S2A is on the breach side, they will be contenders still, but it's just not working out for them. Whatever it is that they're doing, it's just not working out for them. It seems does seem like Hammers is more my words are escaping me. It seems like Hammers they're a little bit more, I don't want to say prepared, but they seem to be at the perfect place at the perfect time now. Something that we didn't see before.
Yeah, I think their confidence also reboosted after winning the pistol round, and now they have actually a bit of fire besides them. They want to push it to a map 3 and get that reverse sweep like Rain did this morning. But they're playing very, very passive, kind of a different style from what we saw last time. But you can see they're just waiting. They know that on the coalition side, they just have to wait for the breach to come to them. But right now, Mirzi, he just gets unlucky with the timings there. Jake, though, does find a frag in return. Now we'll see. All is calm except for Knight ravaging them. So a 2 versus 4, and I think we've seen every single round Hammers has someone sitting there. Frost does get flashed, but it's a 1 versus 2. Naruto's actually made this pretty competitive, and they are not on the same side of the map at all. Jake rotating over towards B again, and Knight over towards Museum. So they are very far from each other. If Naruto can isolate these into one-on-ones, he could be very successful, but he might actually get seen. And Jake, he knows where he is, and just going to take him down with the AUG. A nice headshot there, and he's going to pick up that sniper rifle. 9-1. You said he wasn't there for last game, and now he's back. Now he's providing value to Hammers.
Yes, he is indeed. Not to say that Nicole wasn't, because I saw their game yesterday against Bless, and the last game that they had played on Grounded, she was the first one and the last kill to make. So Nicole is a very strong player. Knight is a player that we are used to seeing a little bit more play with Hammers. Knight, again, his experience, working with one of the best teams, Gangsters back in the day, and now he's joined to D2R that is now Hammers. These guys, they go way back. They're playing really well against each other, but S2A isn't able to break them apart at all. Now we have a 2v3 situation with Almighty Frost, with a quarter of a health left. Can Pretzels do it? Can he lose to it?
I don't think so. They have very low HP now, but it is a 2 versus 2, and we know that S2A have pulled off more difficult rounds, though luckily they have the bomb. But I think Jake and Frost have heard everything. They're going to be watching over towards the spiral position. I'm not going to let them rotate. And you can see Jake, he's just waiting. If they jump, they might actually be able to catch him off guard. But, oh, Jake, he gets the toe of Eluse, and Eluse is shut down. But Pretzels takes down Jake. So now Frost versus Pretzels. Oh, the timing favors Pretzels. But now Frost, he has the quicker rotate. Can he get this one down? He's going to be pre-firing this. It's all down to the pre-fire. Who will win it? And Pretzels, he picks up the first round for Saints 2 Angels. Finally, they pick up round number 1. And can they get any more? He picks up the AUG as well. So lucky on his end for Pretzels.
6-1, not bad. I think, yeah. Explain to me pre-firing again. It's when you fire, when you know where your teammate is, or not your teammate, but your enemy is going to be appearing, right?
Yeah, exactly. So yeah, they, I think Pretzels, he just did a good job. He expected Frost to be over towards mid, so he just kind of shot beforehand before he even peeked that angle. So he has that advantage there. The pre-fire coming out over towards mid as well from that of Mirzi, but once again, he's retreated back to his little corner over towards Glass and Pretzels. If he nades him out, not the nade I was thinking, but hey, that's okay.
This case.
Yeah, but oh my gosh, that was through the wall actually. Mirzi, he gets shot through the wall, but Knight here to trade as well, and this is just a chaotic situation, a 3 versus 3. Jake with 2 more as well, and Averti comes back with 1, so now a 1 versus 2. Can he catch them off guard? He knows that there's one player over towards that black position, and he knows that there's one over towards CT now. So he's looking there, just trying to see if he can catch him off guard. If he can win this duel versus Erupt, he might win it out, and he does! The headshot cleanly onto him. He still has 68 HP, and Knight has that AUG as well, but Averti, 45 seconds left, doesn't have the bomb though, so he's going to have to play this one down to time. And he's going to have to isolate Knight out.
Is Knight watching the bomb? Is he even going to try to go for the bomb? And I don't think he is. I think they're just going to try to...
the timing!
30 seconds. Knight is rushing to the bomb. He's going to try to scope it out to see if it's there, but I think Averti's just hunting Knight down. And at this... Ooh. Okay, they're getting close. Oh my god. Here it goes. I'll let you take over.
I think Knight, if he just plays this one right, if he gets the kill, and he does, he went ring around the roads, he went all the way around, and that was a very interesting play. I think it could have gone either way. It was all about the timing, but Knight, he just had a very kind of off-angle position there. Though there was only about 15 seconds left, so Knight could have just waited it out and played near Glass and hid himself and waited for that bomb plant to go down. But either way, Hammers, they reset S2A. They are now not looking too good for money. You can see Menace there has nothing but a pistol. Pretzels, they bought out fully, so it's a very interesting buy. Some players buying out fully, some players full saving. I'm not sure if S2A 100% communicated that, but you can see here a very aggressive side here from Hammers, and they have no care in the world. They're just going to rush on in, get all the kills. They know that S2A are on an eco round, and Menace and Averti, they got nothing they can do. If they can get the bomb plant down over towards B, that'd be very good for them, but yeah, they're actually going to get this bomb plant. $1,100 in the bank for them. Wow.
Nice. Something's better than nothing, that's for sure. Even if they do end up losing out this round, they are in dire need of some cash in their pockets. I don't know how they would spend it, but I would spend it probably a little bit more utility usage, probably go back on a little bit of the higher costing weapons. Probably the SA, probably get something like that out.
Yeah, they're. I think they're debating who wants to get this defuse out. But interestingly enough, we are almost close to the. I believe the 10th round is what we're going to be going into now, and 8 of those going the way of Hammers. So S2A, they really got to pick up at least, I would say, 1 or 2 more rounds. If they can pick up the last 3 in a row, that'd be amazing for them. But I believe if they can get, you know, a 10-2 or a 11 to not 10, yeah, 10-2 or 9-3 score line for S2A, they are in a good position. Hammers though showing their dominance. We'll have to see if this translates to the breach side pistol round, but.
So, I mean, they're still not out of the game just yet. If it were a little bit higher, you know, 9-0, I would be a little bit more concerned. But again, we did say early on, if Hammers was able to get those 8 or 9 rounds, it doesn't really leave them in too good of a spot on the side of S2A. But anything is still possible, especially since this is a coalition-sided match here. They're starting to drop the bomb again. Ooh, nothing happens. They're just revealing.
They're just exchanging some bullets back and forth, you know, another day in the map of Legacy, you know.
To each other. It's like, you come over here, no, you come over here.
Yeah, let me give you a nice little a kiss of bullets, you know? You can see the hailstorm coming down through that smoke. Not a position I'd want to be in, but hey, you can see Menace. He's just going to rush up, but through the smoke, they spot him. Erupt says, no thank you, you're not breaching my smoke, and he's going to get another kill. Verdi as well. Can he get the 30? He does! Erupt now showing his prowess, and Knight as well. He's just going to push out. They're getting so aggressive, and they're winning all of their fights here. Eluce, the last man standing, and nothing that can be done. Over towards Museum and Erupt. He gets the 4K. Well done by Erupt. Just so clean as well. You can see that is a lot of money in his bank, and he has $10,000, 700 as well. And Knight, 1,400. They're capping out their money. They have 16K. Nowhere to go with this money.
They're sitting very comfortably. They really are. They can lose a couple of rounds. They can die in a couple of rounds, and I think they'll be just fine. You definitely don't want to give that much money over to your enemy. But I mean, sitting on $900, $0, $100, $600, $800, total of $2,400. That's scraps.
Yeah, and S2A, finally they're trying out the B site though. They're going full on fast from Verdi. Can he win this fight? He does! And finally the B site is falling apart for Hammers. Finally, S2A are finding something that works, but Knight, he has that hog. It comes back and gets one frag only, but Naruto, they're actually fighting this one back. They haven't even got the bomb plant down, S2A, but finally they win the round out. Mirzi and Erupt, they fall. So 2 rounds, like we said, to S2A. If they can pull out this last one, I think they're in a good spot. As weird as it seems, only getting 3 rounds makes you in a good spot. On the map of Legacy, yeah, I would say it's pretty good if you're on the breach side and you get 3 rounds. So last round of the half, they're buying out the SGs, buying out the nades as well, so you can see dropping all of those out, and maybe they'll use them aggressively. But Hammers all 5 Augs. Where do you think that hailstorm of bullets is going to come through this time?
I hope they don't go through this site. They're going to go to A site. They're going to rush A site right now. Hopefully it works out for them. But no, you have Knight ready there, and it looks like he was pushed back a little bit, just covering it, getting the utility out, getting everything out, trying to stop them in their tracks. And I think that was Knight.
Yeah, so they
my mind just went blank.
They take advantage of that museum area. Knight, he knows that, you know, the AUG has a very long pullout time, so when you actually are running away with the knife and you want to use that AUG weapon again, it takes a bit of time to pull out, so he's going to have to be very cautious there. MVP does get the frag onto Verdi over on the other side of the map, and Menace, he's going to throw that nade once more, does quite a bit of damage onto Eluce, but he actually might get shot through the smoke here, and Frost can't find a frag, but Erupt once again is a tank at the top of heaven, but now 3 versus 3 as Hammers actually fall. Knight, he gets shut down, so Eluce low HP, and I would say this is pretty even for the most part, as you know, Eluce
Bomb has been planted.
only has a couple $100 here, but oh, MVP's gonna have to pull off an amazing clutch. I think they spotted him out here, but no, they haven't. Maybe they have. Oh, that's an interesting pose. This is a T pose, I believe. Can we take down Eluce? He does take down Eluce, actually, and he knows where the last 2 players are. He spotted one over towards stairs, and he knows that Pretzels is over towards museum position, but can he get the frag out? Yeah, can he get the defuse? I don't believe so. This is going to be very tough for him to get the defuse, and they're going to isolate them into one-on-one. So Naruto wins it out, and we can see here S2A 3 rounds and Hammers 9 to their side.
Well, S2A is definitely in a good position. I know it's kind of low, but we have seen a lot of those games, like I keep saying, they come back. So 9-3. What am I seeing on the side of Hammers? Probably a little bit more towards B side. I'm trying to think that, you know, they definitely want to be a little bit more aggressive, but patiently aggressive. They don't want to rush in, and they're just rushing in, it seems like, all together.
And they're going all for it. Oh my gosh, this is a 3 versus 3 right now. Well, we see what happens here. Verdi, he has the GSR, and they're all over towards top. Right now, they have no map control, actually. This is very interesting. They're going to throw that bomb over and try and get that bomb plant, but S2A, they have the bomb site fully surrounded. It is not safe for Hammers to plant, and if they actually rotate over towards B, that would be quite the move. However, they would be heard by S2A, so Hammers in a bit of a pickle right now, I would say. Gonna go onto the bomb site, but player wrapping around over towards museum, that's Naruto, and I think they probably know of his whereabouts now. Slowly wrapping around. He's a shark, a piranha in the ocean, going undetected, but yeah, they're just buying down the time right now. 50 seconds left. Hammers, they have nowhere they can go. S2A have fully boxed them into the site. If they try and go onto the site, they might get shot from the side. If they try to escape the site, they might get shot. So right now, Pretzels, he's exactly showing why it is not safe to be on this A site right now. He gets another frag, and Erupt has the bomb. Does get one frag, but it's in the middle of reloading. And can he get this? Can he win these duels out? They're actually going to take 1v1s. And he takes down Pretzels. A 1 versus 1 now. Averti, last man standing. He's going to go straight for the bomb plant now. Erupt, trying to fake it out. And can he take it out? No. 20 seconds left. Now he's going to stick it. Now he's going to stick it, and now Averti's coming through. It's a 1 versus 1 duel, and Averti, he finally wins it out. S2A, what a ring around the rosy. Oh my goodness.
That was exciting to watch. What do you do? Do you plant the bomb? Do you reveal the position? Do you leave? Do you stay? What do you do? At least they were able to plant the bomb and got some money into their pockets. But that was beautifully played on both sides, and S2A, 4-9.
Yeah, now this is where the comeback might start for them. And Hammers, I mean, they're a little disappointed they didn't win that pistol round. They could have had a nice, easy second map. But S2A finally getting back in. You can see the depth of the SA-58s is just phenomenal on the side of the Coalition. So we will see here. Could Hammers do anything with their 3 GSRs and Erupt actually deciding to buy out some armor here with his P250? So should be a pretty comprehensive round. I don't think Hammers would be taking this one, but they've proven us wrong in the past. So S2A, we'll see how they handle this one.
Would you have used the SAs in this one only because of their higher recoil? You want to do that, or like, I don't know. I feel like everyone having the SA though.
I actually would, because I mean you see that they don't have armor, right? So the SA-58 is a 1 burst kill if you don't have armor, and I think that's highly effective against the pistols, and you can spam the SA-58 a lot. And the Frost does get 1 frag, but see he gets taken down as well. So most of the players are really easy to stay alive with this as well. With the 5 burst, it makes it very hard for the other team to get any shots off onto you because of the high recoil, right? You're going to get bullet damage. So S2A, I think it's a good deed to buy these SA-58s, and fits well with their name as well. That's a big perk. So
yeah. So we have, let's see, where are they going to go? Okay, you do have S2A splitting out between A and B, putting, establishing their presence where they are supposed to be. Hammer is going together. Looks like they're going to be going to A side again. Is it more common to see A side pushes than B side?
Yeah, I would say B side tends to be a very kind of rushy style. Like you said, this is NA, and this is very aggressive. However, even on Legacy, they have to be pretty tactical. So B tends to be more of a rush map, and more towards I would say the late round. If you don't find that A is working out for you, maybe rotate over. And now, okay, Pretzels, we saw that. The whole stream just saw that nade. I'm sorry, that will be on your record. I'm just kidding. Don't give him too much hate for that. But yeah, S2A, they are doing some mighty fine work here on the Coalition side, and getting some tag damage onto Erupt. Hammers, they have no map control actually, even at the 1 minute mark, and this might actually spell a little bit of issues for them. No smokes being highly effective, and Pretzels does find 1 frag, but not able to retreat in time yet. So 40 seconds left on the clock. Menace 3 and 12, and his teammates are falling now. So Hammers, maybe they have a chance over towards this A site. Will they go towards stairs? Typically not. 30 seconds left though, and the bomb is actually going to make its way over towards that B site. It's all going to be down to Menace here. He has the AUG, and oh my god, is this meta? Is this so meta? I think this is meta right now. They're going over towards B, and will he take him down? No, he spots him out, but he's going to try and go for that bomb. No, not yet, and MVP takes him down. So S2A might not actually be able to win this one out. It's just down to Menace, and Hammers, well, I think they've picked themselves up a 10th round.
Yes, it looks like it. I mean, 3v2. More than likely, yeah, this round belongs to Hammers. I'd probably sit back, just let them take the round, even though it's getting too uncomfortably close to that 13 win. But I mean, just save your money. Don't go in there and save your weapon. They got the plant. 3v1. I would just hold back, just play it safe, and it looks like that's what he is doing.
Yeah, I think Menace is going to drop his teammate Pretzels next round. You see only $300 on Pretzels, and well, Menace is actually going to be able to have some extra money for himself. So we'll see here. S2A, they don't have very many lifelines, though. If they can get these next couple rounds, a 5 to 10 or move that up to an 8 to 10, I think there is a chance for S2A. But Hammers, they've been looking pretty strong on the breach side. So we'll see here if they can pick up. Only 3 more rounds separate them and map number 3.
So in the beginning of the previous round, though, I was a little concerned for Hammers because it just seemed that they were just like stalling out, waiting for something to happen. It didn't seem like they knew exactly what they were going to do, but it played out very well for them. And now it seems like S2A is going to surround them yet again. They're just standing out there, and that's a headshot. Near Z. Ugh.
Well, yeah, Verdi does get 1 frag. He does ultimately get traded, but that seems very strange. No one would be watching the flank. You'd think Hammers would have at least 1 person watching, but very, very determined over towards that A-bomb site. You can see here, not much. I think Pretzels is really trying to convince them that they're on an eco round here, so shooting with that pistol, and that's the main reason he's doing that. But Erupt, he's going to spot one out, and he actually can't get the kill. S2A Menace, he mows 2 of them down. Frost and Erupt, they come back to get some kills here, but S2A, they seem to have the advantage here. 45 seconds left on the clock. Menace is low, but he still has the ability to do quite a bit of damage here. And Alus, he does get a frag there. Pretzels, can he get the kill? He does so much damage, and he finally finishes him off. That looked a little bit difficult, but S2A back into this game.
They're hanging in 6 to 10. It still can be anybody's game. I know the lead is definitely in favor of Hammers right now, but it's still anyone's game. I'm starting to wonder if Hammers there, are they starting to feel a little bit flaky? Do they need to shake it off again, just to, you know, get their act together and kind of just like regroup a little bit? They don't have the time to do it, but I don't know. I don't like them sitting around there rushing it. I feel like they should choose a side and not go to go to A or B, choose it, and then just stick with it. And it looks like they're gonna go to B.
It is a 3 versus 3 right now. A very kind of interesting setup there. Just a rush over towards stairs, but oh, Naruto, he might just get caught off guard. The timing here means everything. MVP, he's just watching both angles right now, and I think Naruto hears him if he is scoping in, but this is so tense right now. You can see S2A, if they pull off 1 more round, but Knight, he gets shut down. So Naruto doesn't have to peek aggressive, and he knows that his position means a lot. If he gets taken down, the A site might just be compromised entirely. So he's just going to wait here. Knows that his presence just distracts Hammers. And this is a pretty slow round, yeah.
So S2A is in the right place at the right time. They are exactly where they need to be to get the information and to deny both sites to Hammers here. So Jake is slowly creeping onto A site, but you have Menace ready to go there, and Naruto is not moving well.
Oh, that peek. Oh my goodness, MVP, what a perfect shot. Naruto, he even got baited out, and he did damage onto MVP, but no, MVP not able to get that kill, and they're able to shut him down. S2A, it was a 2 versus 3, and now a 2 versus 1. Menace, he's lost both of his teammates, and now he knows that 1 player's over towards top, and he's going to try and deny this bomb plant. But there's so little time, and they actually get it down. Hammers, he's not going to be able to pull it out. And Menace, we talk about how long it takes for that AUG to get ready, and he did not pull that out in time. So Hammers now 11 rounds. They're just clawing by, scraping by, but this is such an intense game here. Hammers really just trying to get that W.
I feel that frustration on the side of S2A. So close yet so far. Oh my god, yeah, just, you know, a millisecond before, you know, that round could have gone your way. But here we have Hammers again approaching through the mid. Pretty common tactic. You have the Eurasia. Oh, it's blinded.
Yeah, it's a very interesting way that they're playing this one out. They actually have a U ratio onto the breach side, which normally you don't see, but once again, highly contended over towards A. I think they do have a player watching over towards that that B push. You can see here, finally they've put Knight there from the Hammer side so that they don't have a Verdi pushing once more from that B side. But Vetoes does get taken down, and Hammers 1 kill closer to getting this match point, and MVP takes down Menace once again. Menace not able to get any success or find any of that success over towards that mid position. And S2A, they're falling like dominoes right now, one after another. It's a 5 versus 2, a loose and a Verdi with close range weapons. As long as they clear out their corners, Hammers here, they should have this round. But a Verdi gets 2 frags, and a loose as well. It's a 3-for-1 trade, a 2v1 now. A loose, he's over towards that A site, and finally the bomb safely making its way on over towards B. So Alus, he's going to go pick up that AK-47 now. Knight pretty far away, but you see he's 18-9. Knight has really stepped up for the side of Hammers this game, and he's really provided a lot of firepower for them. Being the star should be a 12th round here for Hammers, but we know Alus has been very lethal in the last round or the last game as well. So can he do this one out? He's just going to slow peek, slow crawl, not making any noise just yet, but he might get spotted out. Statue 4 is shut out. There's one shot there, but Frost just hiding over towards Statue 3. He knows he doesn't have to peek out right now, and as long as his teammate gets the kill, Knight he does, so Frost doesn't have to peek out. So Hammers, 12 rounds for them, and they are 1 round away from taking it to the last map, the decider, that is Bureau.
My hands are sweating. I'm starting to oh my god, I just can't handle it. I'm starting to bite my nails off. Also, that last round was pretty it caused a little bit of anxiety on my end. 6-12. I think we're gonna see a map 3 here.
I do believe so too. I don't think S2A have it in them for a 7-round comeback here as Hammers. All they need is 1 more round. They need 5 kills, and that stands between them and the map number 3, which is Bureau. That will be a bloodbath, ladies and gentlemen. But S2A, all they have to fight with, Menace only has a P250. He's been not having the best economy game this entire game, but Averti actually does find a frag. So S2A finally, they have a shot in this one. Not going to pick up that weapon though. Oh, he does take down Pretzels, so even it up. Here's the for the side of Hammers now.
3v4. You know, Hammers is in a pretty good lead right now. Six rounds ahead. You know, they can probably lose a game or 2, but again, I don't think, like you said, S2A has it in them to get 7 rounds in a row against Hammers, and they're doing quite well. But S2A, what is it? I mean, obviously never give up. Always try your hardest till the very end and try to make it, you know, a 10-12, a 9-12, not a 6-13 game here. Hoping to see a little bit more of I thought Hammers was just gonna go in there and rush balls blazing, but no. They didn't. They you know, they're waiting, they're holding back, they're playing this game a little bit safer. They're taking their time with this, and rightfully so, they should.
And they're actually going to go very fast over towards this B site now, finally, but Averti is going to shut them down. They actually do get that B site, and the bomb is going to get planted just in the nick of time. Alus, shuts him down just right before the bomb does get planted, though, and finally, they're going to get that defuse. So S2A, they pick up a 7th round, and yeah, you're right, it does matter a lot because, like we said, if it does come to a tie, those round differentials do matter, remember, so the round differentials, one, it's not only just a morale, but it also can help you with your points as well. So S2A fighting every round they can. Maybe they could make the comeback, and maybe they could make it an amazing comeback to make it 2-0. But Hammers, I'm sure they have a plan in their mind, hatching something out. And you can see here, 2 SGs and 3 AKs on their side. So we'll see how it plays out, but Hammers very fast over towards A once again. 4 players towards Museum. I think Menace, if he doesn't get up in time, he might just get caught off guard. Does, in the nick of time, get out, but that flash is actually going to blind their teammates there, thrown by the side of Hammers. Interesting there, and I think the communication might be a little scrambled, but Naruto doesn't get that spray down just yet. Hammers a 3 versus 3, but Jake walks right into the spray of Menace. And now 2 versus 3. Really, Mirzi, MVP, he has nowhere to go. He's just sitting over towards Bamboo, and he has the bomb on his back, but he has not cleared out a lot of areas, and Knight is going to report some more intel for him, trying to see if he can get any space out. But those 2 players over towards that heaven position, Eluse and Menace, they are not going to give up anything right now. So Averti spots one out, calls to his teammate that there is one over towards Black, and I'm not sure if Knight spots him out towards mid. He does get some tag damage done on Averti, but he himself takes a lot of damage in return. But Averti, he gets taken down. So 2 versus 2 Hammers, they have a chance of winning this one. And Menace, his gun's out. Will he be able to win this one out? Oh my gosh, what is happening right now? Their guns are right in front of them. A 1 versus 1 MVP versus Menace. They're going on the other side of the map right now. And MVP, he's going to get that bomb down onto the B side. I think Menace has figured that out as well. But no, not just yet. Yeah, we have a 1 versus 1, and this is no problem for Menace. I mean, he's not very far away, and the bomb just planted, so he has some time to go out, but this is down this game is down to this round, basically. One kill will decide it. If we continue or if we go to map number 3. As Menace spots out, and I don't think he's going to win this one out. The timing just doesn't favor him. But, oh, Mirzi, he's actually playing over towards that T spawn, that coalition spawn position, but he does take him out. Hammers, they win it out 13-7. It came down to the 1 versus 1, and they're going to take it on to the 3rd map, which is Bureau. Ladies and gentlemen, what an action-packed series. This is absolutely insane. Knight, Erupt, Mirzi, Jake, Frost are all coming alive, and it's going to come down to the last and final map. Bureau, stay tuned, ladies and gentlemen. Enter the giveaway on Twitter at Critical Ops Esports for the Dragon Remix knife. And don't go anywhere. Actually, go get some popcorn, go get some drinks, and we'll see you soon.
Holy moly.
What a game series. What a game series we have. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Critical Ops Circuit semifinals, map number 3. It will be Bureau coming up shortly. We're going to take a little bit of an intermission just to make sure all the teams can join in. I'm joined by the lovely Sapphire. And that last map was a brawler. It was 13-7 win on Legacy for the side of Hammers. We saw Knight, we saw Erupt, we saw MVP, Jake, as well as Frost all come to life there. Verdi and Eluse still doing a lot of good damage as well on the Saints to Angels side, but not able to pull off that comeback onto the Coalition side. So what do you break down from that one? I mean, it was a very hectic map. What do you say, Sapphire?
So, yeah, pretty much. I think it was kind of like a reverse of what we had seen in the first map. The Hammers in the first map didn't do so well. And unfortunately, they were caught off guard a lot of the times. They were in the wrong place, wrong time. And on the second, though, they were a little bit stronger. They played a little bit more cohesively compared to the first game. Now, S2A, they came off with the bang on the first map. Sure, they had lost the first 4 rounds and everything, but they pretty much stomped Hammers on that game. And now on Legacy, though, it was a 6-13 deficit, not favoring them at all. They gave it their best, but I think Hammers was just a little bit stronger on Legacy than they had been, than S2A had been. Now on Bureau, though, oh my God, a lot of action is going to be taking place. I feel like both of the teams are going to be around the map. There's so many things that can go wrong. There's so many things that can go right. One of my favorite places, I guess more my anxious, claustrophobic moments is when you're hanging out in vents and then you just get a grenade thrown in there, and pretty much that's it. You're done. You're gone for. I hate it when people are in there, but I mean, it's a good place to be, especially when, you have people coming in from the side there and going into not the server room, but my mind went blank. What's it called? Surveillance. That's also a good place to be when you're hanging out in B site. Sorry. You have the hall next there. You have surveillance, the server room. There's a lot of corners that you can hide in. There's a lot of places where you can almost run away from. Either way, if you're in the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yeah, I really actually, one of my least favorite parts to crossover is intel. I'm not sure if any of you in chat experience this, but whenever I go intel, even if you smoke it off, even if you flash it off, I really want to see how actually these pros attack it, because intel is a very highly contended place. If you place 2 players there and you spam that smoke, regardless, you might even just get a frag, right? So crossing from intel over towards lab 1 is almost always a sort of death trap, but if done properly, I mean, I know some folks like to run through those smokes and flash in and get those entry kills into intel. So we'll see how the playstyle from S2A and Hammers kind of go through. I think each of them have adapted slightly on the maps that they've played just to be a little more or less aggressive. I think Bureau is it is a bit smaller of a map than Legacy, I would say. So, it lends to, I would also say, a little bit of similar rotation times. The bomb sites are pretty far from each other. I actually think the farthest one is Canals. Rotating on Canals is probably the worst thing. A and B side are extremely far from each other. But on Bureau, all you have to do is go through either vent halls or HQ, right? So we'll see how they kind of play it. Typically, we see a 3-person B, 1 over towards Intel and 1 over towards A setup. But I'm not sure how they like to play this one out, especially on pistol round. We'll see. I mean, I do believe Hammers are starting on the Coalition side, S2A starting on the Breach side. So I'm not sure how this one's going to go. I think S2A, as long as they get, I would say, 4 to 5 rounds on the breach side. I think that's good for them because this is more of an even match, but still so I would say more sided towards coalition. So let me know what you guys think. Who do you think will win this one out? Because it's going to be a close game, I think.
Yes, I'm hoping it will be a close game. Close games means a lot of action, a lot of contention, a lot of back and forth rounds, a lot of uh, us sitting at the edges of our seats, and it's just something that we do like to see. We typically don't like to see those games that, it's 2 to 13. Yeah, not calling out hammers here on the first map, whatever. They were just warming up. We're just gonna call it a warm up, right? Either way, these are very, very strong teams, and I think we have the majority of our players in. We're still waiting for 2 more to join up. Regarding weapons, though, what do you think we're going to be seeing? Utility usage, we're always going to see utility usage on every map, right? I mean, it's always like a safe bet to say you definitely want to have your flashes, especially if you have the money for it. You want to buy your flashes, your grenades. Obviously, you don't want to run into any kind of fight without any kind of armor and helmet, right?
Right.
But weapons are mostly common on Bureau. I'm always feeling like a little bit more like short to mid range, not so much the long range, unless you have maybe one sniper on each side.
Yeah, I think you tend to see that sniper on the coalition side, right? Because obviously they're going to be watching over towards Van Halls, be long, maybe even over towards Banana, right? So you want to get those picks early on. But I actually think it's going to be pretty similar as for anything. But speaking of the weapons, I know you guys love those weapon skins, right? So go over to Critical Ops Esports on Twitter if you want to win that Dragon Remix knife. It is really nice looking. It's that blue one that we came out in the last event as well. So definitely make sure you check it out. Make sure you tune into the NA semifinals of the Critical Ops circuit and find out how you can actually win that giveaway. So it's going to be a very fun time there because you're going to have to basically go by and tweet out hashtag NA to make sure that you were actually watching the NA segment of the stream. We did a separate one for the EU segment of the stream as well. But make sure you guys go check that out when it does get posted. And I think we're just waiting for a couple more players as we speak. But yeah.
Sorry, Wadi was just showing us the tweet, and he's about to hit tweet. I don't know what happened there, Mark, but you fell off of the screen. We want you back.
No, I'm gone, I guess.
Okay, because I can see you. I wonder what happened there. But so he was Wadi was just showing us that knife, the detail, the blue. Oh my god, it looks so icy cold. It looks just so nice. It's definitely something that I want to have. And like I said, I'm just gonna throw it out there again. Just go ahead and just send me a message on Twitter so that we can play, because I definitely need the carries. And it's been a while since I played Critical Ops, but I'm so looking forward to it. I've been playing the last couple of weeks, and I just have to get used to the mouse movements again. But either way, guys, please join in that giveaway. It's going to be exciting to see who ends up getting it. And either way, thank you to Critical Ops and Critical Force, Critical Ops Esports, and Geyser for that. Either way, we're just gonna jump into the game. Have you heard that, man? That was Wadi. Say hi, Wadi.
Yeah, I don't think they actually hear Wadi, but Wadi's kind of our ghost in our ears. So he's a very helpful man. I think a bit of the screen is cut off, but we'll see as the game does get started shortly. So yeah, there should be a couple more players joining in, but just waiting on one more, I believe, from the side of Hammers. We did see Knight join in last time. Will he be the one? Will it be Nicole? We'll see. But yeah, S2A and Hammers starting off here. I do believe S2A once again starting on that breach side. So it will be interesting to see the pistol round here. Once again, both teams have kind of dominated their maps respectively. I do believe S2A put up more of a comeback on the map of Legacy, but we're going to get right on into it, ladies and gentlemen. The pistol round starting shortly. Who do you think is going to take this one, Sapphire?
Pistol round. I'm going to go S2A. They've been on their game. I know we didn't see them as strong as we did on the last map, but they were pretty. I mean, for being on the side that they did well. I think Hammers kinds of gains it, loses it, gains it, lose it. I think this pistol round is going to go over to S2A.
Awesome. Well, yeah, I think it's going to be interesting. I think actually Hammers might take this one if they play it well onto the. If S2A go onto that B bomb site, I think S2A or Hammers are going to take that one. But if they go over towards A, we'll see. It's a coin flip, I believe. But getting right into it, you can see there Frost has a GSR as well as a flashbang. You can see most of them actually buying out armor, I believe. So we'll see how they kind of go about this one. I believe it's going to be fast over towards A. You can see no players over towards A right now for the side of Hammers, but they're going to be rotating here. Intel kind of taken care of from the side of S2A, but Frosty's going to come on in, going to wait for that rotate. And right now you can see S2A, they are taking full control of this A bomb site. Didn't mention that, but Knight, oh, he's able to get 1 kill, 2 kills. Can he get 3? No, he can't, but his teammate is there for trade. Can he get the kill? And yes, Hammers, they win this one out very respectively. It was a 2 versus 4, I believe, that they were able to win out. So very nicely done, or 3 versus 4. So Hammers, they claw that one back in their favor.
Oh my God, Knight, he was just again, perfect place, perfect moment, got them out. They were not expecting him there at all. You know, they gave him his bag and just took out 2 of them. Either way, stand corrected. Hammers ends up taking it. The boys do not disappoint, bringing us a great show. So here we are, everybody spread out. Almighty Frost gets a shot onto Menace, takes him down. Now it's a 5v4.
Yeah, I don't think S2A should be winning this one or getting close to it. Hammers probably have a nice little arsenal of upgraded pistols for themselves waiting as long as they get all these frags. However, you know, S2A hoping that Hammers get too aggressive, and you can see here Frosty's going to try and bait these shots out from the side of S2A, but Naruto, he's taking quite a bit of damage now, and I don't believe they're taking this one. If Hammers can stay alive, all of them, that'd be great for them. And Naruto, 6 HP on his side, you can see, trying to get some shots there, but the M4s reign supreme. So loose, last player over towards B long, not going to be able to get a frag either. So all 5 players staying alive for Hammers, getting a couple kills here and there as well. So that economy bolstering up, and we'll see they should be able to rebuy all their utility in the next round. S2A now also should have at least some sort of buy, whether it be a full or a partial buy. 4 vectors, wow, that's a new one.
On the side of
S2A, that is 4 vectors. I have not seen that, but that means they're going to go fast. And you can see them 3 over towards B-long, 2 over towards mid, and they're trying to avoid those grenades right now. They see those bullet trails coming over from mid, and you know, they're trying to go into that bomb site fast. But it is contested highly by Hammers players. But Hammers, they're getting eradicated onto the site. It's a 2 versus 2 right now. And Knight, he's gotten 2 kills already. He holds strong onto this B bomb site. Can he get anything more done though? No. Close up range, and S2A, wow, those vectors work in their favor, and they get them $600 per player. So now their money is on top. But Hammers still able to buy out, I think, AUGs and some M4s, so they're going to buy in.
Our vectors are definitely like a good weapon that you want to have, especially if you lost the first 2 rounds, the pistol and then the second round, and you know, it was in their favor right now. It's a low recoil weapon, it's a low cost, it has great damage, but that's good accuracy, so it's definitely something that you want to pull out just to stand your ground a little bit, and sure enough, they did really well.
Yeah, it's a very kind of interesting weapon to go off with, especially in a little bit longer range, but right now they are just so fast onto this B bomb site. But Hammers, they're actually pulling back in their favor. So now you can see Menace, a 1 versus 2. He's over towards that. Oh my God, he gets 2 kills, 1 with the nade as well. It's so far turned in from a 1 versus 3 to a 1 versus 1. Now Jake has to spot over towards Menace, and will he get the frag? Oh my goodness, it's all about the timing. And now Jake, he's going to close it out. It was so close. Menace had a chance there, but Jake denies him that opportunity.
If he would have just walked in a little bit slower, a little bit quieter, I think he probably wouldn't have been caught out as quickly. He might have made it up behind, you know, the desk area there, and probably been able to get a shot off onto Jake. But unfortunately, he did rush in there, hoping that it was cleared, and he got picked off.
Yeah, it's well, that flash also didn't really work in their favor. You can see here now, S2A, they're throwing their smokes and flashes, and ready for a push. There's the Vector going up very fast, but Menace just trying to pre-fire some angles here, but he walks into 3 bullet storms all onto his face, and Averti now really just pinned down in this exact location, moves a little left, and might get spotted out. So it's a 2 versus 3 in favor of S2A, but that might just change right now. And it does not actually. Hammers, they win it out. So a 2 versus 3 all of a sudden turned in Hammers' favor. What an insane round there.
It hurt me so much. Just around the corner and boom, got picked out. That just, the frustration. I wonder if S2A is falling apart here. I mean, it's still pretty early to tell, but Hammers on the on the coalition side is doing really, really well. They're picking them off. They're picking off S2A quickly, quietly, and
My God, Knight, he got so lucky. He's just peeking around the corner right now, and he just avoided a nuclear attack right there. Yeah, that was insane, but they're gonna face it right now. Jake, he gets 2 kills. Can he pick up a third? He's just reloading right now, waiting for his teammates, buying time with that head bobble. Doesn't get taken down just yet, but he's still on the site. This is a headshot 1 versus a headshot 2 battle position. And right now, somehow he's playing the bomb. I don't even know how the bomb's getting planted. Naruto gets that down, and right now, Eluse, they are just absolutely, they were head bobbing. They were, you know, the whack-a-moles. They were whack-a-moles right there. That's what they were playing. They weren't playing critical ops. They were playing whack-a-mole, just bobbing their heads up and down, and eventually they died. But
Peekaboo, 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 boom. Well, that's basically what was happening, right? Oh god. So 5-1, Hammers is in the lead. Of course, Bureau, a lot of action, definitely a lot of quick rushes. They're doing great so far. What can S2A kind of do to get a game or two, a round or two off while they're still on the T side? Just play a little bit more back. Let you know, Coalition come to you. Don't rush in too much. Hang back a little bit. Cover all of your angles, and it seems to be working right now. They're playing a little bit slower.
oh, Menace, the timing. Oh my God, around the smoke. I can't even. Oh, they're just right around the corner from each other. Frost, I think he's gonna run through, and oh, he pre-fires the wrong angle right there. Menace, the last man standing though, so that pre-fire was good for information. So they now know that Menace is there, and he gets taken down. 4 players staying alive. Hammers, they're really kind of starting out strong here. I'm not too worried for S2A. They keep going over towards B, which is interesting. I mean, haven't found much success on it. Hammers very, very good at holding down that B bomb site. But if they're able to isolate those players that play over towards Lab and even over towards A site, they might find some success there. But 6-1 now, going into round number 8.
And you know, looks like they're gonna finally go A site. They finally realized that B wasn't working for them, splitting up the team, hanging out, trying to check out what's going on, what's the best for them right now. And it seems that they're just waiting, quietly going to approach A site.
Yeah, it's quite a few players from S2A actually over towards that orange position. You can see there, it's Naruto. He just sits there and he waits, and he not able to get a frag. Menace though does trade in return, but he only has 5 HP now, and he gets taken down. So a 2 versus 4 very quickly turned around. And Averti and Pretzels, they're the last 2 players for S2A. They just haven't been able to get anything done here. The bomb is going to get planted on that A site in Averti. He has a lot of faith that A is completely open right now, so he's going to wait for that 1 kill. He does find Jake right there, and now there's actually a chance. A 2 versus 3. This can be done. Pretzels, though, he's playing on site, and they're not going to be peeking over here. I think Pretzels now knows he's there, and he's going to be able to get the kill, actually, but he gets taken down. A 1 versus 2. Averti, this is so possible, but he has to play this to perfection right now. He plays on site. He does get spotted out, and now his teammate knows where he is. Frost versus Averti. Averti does get spotted, and now that smoke could definitely be tantalizing. He throws that out. It's not going to block off the plan, actually. And Averti, is he going to peek? Is he going to peek? Oh my God, he gets it. No, he does get it in time, and he takes down the diffuser. Frost, I think he actually stops diffusing. He was so close to getting that, but pros don't fake. He actually waited so long there, and I don't know, Averti, he got, that timing was very lucky in his favor.
He just needed that little to close that gap off on that smoke, and I think that would have actually gone over to them, to Hammers on that side, but no. So good job on there, Averti. That little peek, that little crouch moving to the side, and wide open. Boom.
Wow, yeah, the smoke coming down, very classic over towards that mid position, just wanting to deny vision from the Coalition side, but Hammers there, they are staying strong on this B-bomb site. Knight, he's a very open position, and Erupt, gonna throw that nade down, gonna block off any other damage, and Knight, he is so aggressive right now. Averti does take one down, but MVP and Erupt on the other side of the map, they're able to shut down that push. That bomb is dropped over towards B long, and now S2A, they have to contemplate saving. They have no map control, no bomb, and 4 enemies to eliminate. So it's not going to be easy for them to win this one out, but a minute left on the clock. They're just going to wait for Hammers to be over-aggressive. You can see their MVP slowly creeping up over towards B long, and he actually does get some intel that, nope, they're not over towards B long. Maybe they're over towards bottom mid, but if he peeks out, probably won't spot anything else either. So I think this is a done round for S2A. Probably nothing they can do, but 7 frags for themselves. So
Menace gets caught out there, and yeah, there's nothing pretty much that they can do. Oh, look at this
Coalition
Knight!
wins.
Takes Averti. Poor guy.
Yeah.
There's no way that he could have stood a chance against there. Where could you go? Where could you hide? I mean, they had all corners covered. Okay, so here we go again. I think this is going to be, hopefully it's an A. Doesn't look like it. Looks like they're going to be going B.
This is very, very hectic over towards B long right now. It's it seems like they're just playing aggressive, but I think actually, yeah, we see a player from the side of S2A. That's Menace. Maybe he disconnected. Yeah, on the screen you can see there he is just sitting over there in the breach spawn, and Pretzels actually does suicide. I'm not sure what's happening here. This might be an interesting round to see, but Loose spot one out. He's gonna get that frag. Oh, he doesn't. What just happened there? Erupt somehow stays alive, just jumps around, bunny hops like a rabbit. Got that perfect skill set there, and well, it is just a 3 versus 4, yeah.
Well, but I kind of want to say almost 3 versus 3 with Almighty and Erupt both being like so low on the health, and you have Mirzi and Knight with full health. So, either way, if I was Erupt, I'd probably just try to go in there and get some attention. A lot of action's happening right now.
Yeah, I've already not able to get anything done, but you can see Menace. I think he's finally back in the game right now. Maybe he had some connection issues, and he's actually going to go try and help his teammate out. So bomb is going to get planted on this A bomb site. Menace has to run to find a frag. He actually does have that SA-58, but I don't know if they know Menace is so far away. He actually is going to try and play for the time right now. He actually has the ability to play for it. He does get that first frag, and maybe he was AFK for so much of the round. He might actually be able to win this one out. He knows the bomb was tapped, and he knows that smoke actually might help him in his favor. But, oh, is he going to peek it out? No, they don't. He's not going to be able to get it out, but very close, actually. Menace trying his best, trying his damnedest, and he couldn't win it out, but still, Hammers, they hold strong. Interesting tactic, though. Loose not doing too hot, 1 in 10, but you can see Mirzi and Erupt, they were the players doing really well last game, as well as Knight. So these 3 players inter-switching their kills, but still being the tanks on the side of Hammers.
Indeed, 8-2. S2A, not in a good spot right now. Definitely not on each side, but once they move over into the coalition, they might be able to get a few rounds, well, they should be able to get a few rounds off of Hammers. S2A, it seems like their firepower is lacking. They did lose a couple of rounds at the very beginning, and then on the third round, getting those vectors in game really handed the game over to them.
Yeah, it is a 4 versus 4 though, and oh, this bomb plant might get denied. Will they clear out the bomb site? I don't think they will, and actually Menace does get taken down. Loose is there as well, but he gets shot through the smoke. And so now a 2 versus 2, the bomb site not clear at all for them to plant. And Naruto, he's going to be winning, but Jake, he pre-fires him so hard, averting now a 1 versus 1. How did it come to this? It was a 2 versus 2 just seconds ago, and now 1 second left. The quickscope doesn't work in his favor, and Jake has the AUG, has the advantage, has the round. Hammers, they pick up the second to last round of the half. Oh my goodness. What a game this has been. What a half this has been. Hammers, you know, they're winning by a lot, but these rounds have been tooth and nail. You know, they're fighting all these 1v1s and 1v2s. S2A, they've gotten, I would say, just a bit unlucky on some of these rounds. Maybe it should have been, you know, 4 to 7 right now instead of 2 to 9. But Hammer's obviously doing something right. You can see them. MVP does get 2 massive frags, and Averti, he's going to get 2 in return. No, he's not. Leaves Loose in a very hard situation here. 1 versus 4. His position is known, and he's going to get taken down. Hammers 3 rounds away from completing the reverse sweep. This would be incredible for them, and they will be playing the winner of Vanity versus Elevate Dynasty.
S2A is just falling apart here. What can they do? Try to, you know, play it all together. Where's their synergy? Where's the confidence that they had? I'm not seeing that in these games. They are making these subtle mistakes. They are out of positioning a lot of the times. They're not checking their angles. They're probably rushing in a little bit too much. I don't know. I'm just kind of a little. I was expecting this to be, you know, maybe a 4 to 10 before the matches went over, but no, as of now, it's not working in their favor at all. And Knight takes down a Loose.
This is looking very good for Hammers, but S2A, Pretzels, he does find 1, and the The health definitely favors S2A here. Not sure the weapon he does, but Averti. Oh, he sneaks by and he gets the only high health player. Erupt. Oh my gosh, Averti, get the frag! Get the frag, Averti! I'm sorry, you couldn't do that. Oh my goodness. Hammers, they win it out, Averti. I'm sorry that had to be seen on stream. Once again, sometimes these fails, you can laugh them off. So we'll just laugh that one off. But S2A, I think this might be done for. They had to pick up that pistol round, and right now they're force buying. They know they're desperate. Only 2 rounds away, and well, I think Hammers. I think they've booked themselves at least 18 points for this main tournament.
Kudos to Hammers on that. They got 2 grenades on the side of S2A. Not enough. You know, they're shooting in there. Are they going to be able to rush in and plant? They're going to A side. Hammers is going more towards B and mid, and right now, Whooped just went, I don't know, bye-bye.
Yeah, Hammers, they get taken down. One of them actually, but Knight, he's going to return fire. Pretzels, it does get taken down here. So it is a 4 versus 4, even as far as the player count goes. Actually, scratch that. Menace has the FP6 in his hands. Does take one down. So Hammers looking a little bit dry on the weaponry side, but Jake, he does get taken down. The timing not in his favor, and Frost has that SA-58, does spot one out. He knows another might be to his left, but he doesn't get that shot out. So Averti keeps S2A alive, 3 rounds in their name, and they're going to need to win 10 in a row if they want to win this game.
I think they can do it. I think they can do it. Let's go. Let's go, S2A. You guys can do 10 rounds in a row. Maybe they can do it.
What does chat say? Maybe we can see what they say afterwards. But you can see their MVP 18 and 8, Jake 15 and 5 as well, and Averti. I mean, he's doing well for the side of S2A, but he's one of the few that's doing well, and I mean, he gets taken down. So right now, that B bomb site very highly under pressure right now. Pretzels, can he get a frag? Does spot one over there, that's Jake, but the nade doesn't really do much, and Jake actually takes him down. A 2 versus 3. Can he pick up a weapon? He does get that hog onto himself, and runs out of ammo at the last second. Could have taken down Menace there, but he doesn't. So S2A, another round in their favor, and looking like maybe we'll see 4, maybe we'll see 5 or 6 rounds here for S2A. So it's never over.
9 to go. Well, I mean, they can afford to lose 1, and then 9 total to go. I'll say that. They're doing a little bit better. I do see that their confidence is back. I don't know, their synergy, their communication, something must be going on. Again, they're going in and going blazing. Maybe that's what they're supposed to do. Just go in there and just rush as much as they can. And then on the side of Hammers, let CT come to you. Find an opening up a hall or something. Opening up, go to Banana, go to A. Get together, stay together. Don't be so far apart, so that way your team can come back and, rotate towards you to come to your aid.
Yeah, Hammers lost another player early on. That's MVP, one of their top fraggers as well. So they have to definitely be conscious of losing players early on. Knight also only has a P250 and some armor. So Menace, he's going to take the duel. He's going to win one of them out, but Jake is going to get that information and the kill as well. So Jake just trying to tap on, trying to get that one tap here onto the bomb site. He knows once again it's another game of whack-a-mole, and he has only 5 HP now. So he's going to get peeked there from the side. Loose does take him down from that B bomb site, and now it's a 2 versus 4 S2A. I think they have their 5th round here.
I'm telling you, they can do it. They can do 9 rounds. Let's go.
Definitely a possibility, but Frost does take one down. 35 seconds left, and they do have the bomb, so they could contemplate going over towards A, but I think it might actually be a B split. You can see here, Knight, he's sitting over towards Orange, and actually Frost, he's going to go over towards B long. They're going to try and wait out the time as much as they can. The only couple players here, it's going to be Alus and Naruto playing from that vent halls as well as vents. And this timing means so much. If Frost wins this one out, oh my God, Frost. Oh my God, they're going to be able to get the bomb plant, but are they actually able to get the bomb plant? No, Naruto comes at the perfect moment and faces and kills him out. Knight not able to do anything. So S2A saved by time, and Naruto, perfect placement, steals it away from Hammers at the last moment there.
They're creeping, they're crawling, they're inching their way. hopefully S2A is able to at least make this a close game, even if they do lose this. I mean, points do matter at the end of the whole series, or the whole the whole series of the games and stuff. They're doing really well. They're playing really strong. They're in the perfect place at the perfect time. Their positioning is really, really good, and they're just catching out Hammers in their movements. I don't know. Hammers.
Yeah.
Knocks a couple of pistols out.
Maybe Knight. He has that nice knife as well, so maybe that's giving him some luck. But Eluse manages to open up the first frag, and this is a pretty much an eco round for Hammers as well. So S2A, as long as they don't, make a huge mistake, should be able to pick up this 6th round for themselves. And I think this is where it starts to be a little bit competitive here. Hammers might think to themselves, hey, should we bother to save a bit? Knight somehow not taken down right there, but surely he's going to get taken down. Only 26 HP left, and Naruto, Pretzels as well. They're cleaning him up. So Averti, the last player alive on the side of Hammers, does, or for S2A. MVP was the last player. I can't even look at the screen anymore. But yeah, S2A, they pick up a 6th round here. I think if we see up to 8, Hammers might be sweating a little bit. S2A, Hammers, they don't have to be sweating still right now at this point. They still have a 5-round differential. They still have, money to buy, and they have, sniper as well. But S2A is slowly creeping back.
Like you said, they were able to save that last round. Don't give it their all. Obviously, don't give it to that fight or anything. But they were able to, take some money of the pockets and use pistols.
Yeah, you can see here it's a 4v4, and Hammers, they went very fast over towards that B bomb site, but they actually slowed it down. And S2A, they've rotated everyone over there. It's a 3 versus 3 now. A 1-for-1 trade. Menace takes down Jake, and Frost takes down Menace. So now they've pumped the brakes. Both teams have actually slowed down just a tad bit, and you can see the bomb rotating back over towards top mid. It's going to be Knight over there. MVP spots one, trying to slow peek out, and he's trying to see if he can play Pop the Weasel again. He spots another one, and he's going to rotate back, but the timing slightly favors him. They have a minute left on the clock now, so Hammers have to regroup. They are all in the same place. So that means if they actually threw a nade there, S2A would, they do a lot of damage. But Hammers, Frost, I don't think he peeked alone over towards HQ. Had no teammates there in MVP. He's just sitting here over towards this HQ position, trying to slowly peek out. You can see here on the mini map, Naruto, he's just pushing up over towards Banana right now.
30 seconds left.
Site, yeah, it's going to get quickly contested because they have to go a little bit quicker. They still have some time. Bomb only takes 5 seconds to plant, but they haven't cleared out the bomb site yet. This is the worry for me. And I think S2A, they might actually have this round because Alus actually given up his position, but he might... Oh, no, he doesn't. He gives us position and his life. And now the bomb might make its way on over towards this B site, but Pretzels, surely he has this kill. Surely he's going to be able to get this. Oh, no. The bomb actually going to get planted, and they have it. Oh, my God, they're able to save it. Right now, Knight puts it into 1 versus 1. Somehow, this is so close. Knight has the AK, Naruto with the AUG, the bomb just planted. 15 and 14 is Naruto's KD, so he's been doing extremely well for S2A on this comeback. But, is it going to be the timing? It's going to be the timing, and Naruto wins it out. The headshot finally. Knight actually flicks over to him, but not able to get that frag. So 7-11. That is a scoreline and a convenience store. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a very, very close matchup. We're starting to get into it. Hammer's starting to sweat just a little bit now.
Averti and King Naruto on the top of S2A, Mirzi, and Jake. I was expecting to see Knight a little bit higher, but he's not too far behind Mirzi there. I don't know what to tell you guys. It's just S2A, like I said, they're crawling back. It can be done. Maybe 10-11. Will they get this round? Will Hammers falter? Are they starting to play a little bit more like a little inconsistent from what I'm seeing?
Yeah, Menace and Averti. Oh my God, they're clearing it out on Hammers. Not a single kill. You can see everyone's still in the green for S2A. Frost finally able to take one down, but he gets shut down. So S2A, I think this is anyone's game now. Even though they're down 3 rounds, it was 11-2 at the beginning of the half. Hammers actually won a round, and now S2A, they've clawed back 7 rounds in a row. Ladies and gentlemen, 7 rounds in a row is not an easy feat, and S2A, if they can do 7, they can do 10. You said it was hard. Well, they're doing it right now.
quickly approaching all sides. You have Hammers going on to B side again. Maybe not the wisest choice. It's not been working out for them really well, especially when they're going through mid there. A has been like, I mean, there's no way to ever tell, but probably try A a little bit more. B side isn't working.
Yeah, I think Hammers might actually try and fake this one out, but they're not faking it. They're just actually walking into the line of fire for Pretzels, and he is just absolutely tearing them apart right now. 2 players down, and Hammers, they are stuck over towards B long. There's a player over towards mid, but he's going to come far too late, and now they know that there is one over towards mid. Pre-fire comes out from Pretzels. Can't get the frag yet, but this is his big round, and Eluse able to get that kill. A 3 versus 1, and Eluse snaps back over to Erupt as well. 9 rounds to S2A's name. Hammers haven't picked up a single round in 8 rounds. This is absolutely insane. S2A making a case for themselves as one of the comeback kings.
Now, where's the mind? Okay, if you were Mirzi, if you were Frost Knight taking a wept, what's going through your mind? Are you guys fighting in chat saying, hey, you're not doing your portion, why are you getting caught out? I'm calling this, why aren't you following me? Mirzi is a great IGL, he's a great intermediate. I know that he has to hold his team together to get them going again, but is it too late, perhaps? I mean, they've just lost, what was it, 8 games in a row? I mean,
yeah.
That's a huge hit to you mentally.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely think there might be a bit of tension. There might be a bit of arguing back and forth. And I mean, like I said, I'd love to hear this communication, the voice channels coming out here. But, Frost, he does get taken down a bit. And I think, the disjointedness of the attacks right now are definitely coming back to haunt them. You can see MVP does get taken down the other side of the map. Frost, he gets shut down, and now a 3 versus 3, heavily favoring S2A as far as the HP goes. So Hammers not able to do anything right now, and it's just actually a 1 versus 1. S2A, Naruto versus Knight. This is turned back in the favor, and now Naruto, he has the AK, he swapped out the U ratio, and now Knight gonna go over towards B long. I think they're both gonna go over towards the same position. No, they're not actually. Naruto gonna come out over from that HQ position. And Knight might have to just, yeah.
I probably would have stayed in B-site.
This is so intense right now. Naruto knows that he has to win this round to keep his team really in the game. He might go for that tap, but now Knight knows where he is. Oh, he goes for the tap, and now he's from the right side, but oh, he wins it out. Knight with such low amounts of HP, he swings right, and Naruto had no clue he's there. Hammers finally pick up a much-needed round here. S2A, maybe their 8 rounds in a row was all for nothing here as Hammers on to match and map point. The reverse sweep still plausible, still in their sight. S2A have no mistakes they can give anymore, and this is everything. They got to give it their all.
Knight quietly, patiently waiting for S2A to show up onto that site, and sure enough, got called out, pointed in the right place, and boom, S2A is down.
This is a perfect fit. Hammers, you can see there are 3 players sending them all over towards A, and they're throwing nades and utility as well. 2 players from S2A sitting over towards B, but you can see him, Pretzels, he's slowly rotating over towards that A position, and this is absolutely brilliant. Hammers, this might be the knockout blow. Unless we can see here, Eluse, he's still on site, he's playing over towards the vents. The bomb actually still sitting over towards B long, and this is all a fake, this is all a ruse. Hammers, they are pulling S2A fully out, and oh my god, he's gonna get caught off here. I don't think he is. Eluse, he might actually catch his teammate. And oh my god, this is a very interesting round. A 1 versus 2. Eluse, the last man standing to keep them in the game. And no, Hammers, they take the reverse sweep. They take it 13-9 off of a brilliant fake. 3 players A, 2 towards B, and you can see their MVP. He's gonna win it out for the team as well. 13 rounds for them, and they're gonna move on to the grand finals. That's 18 points for them. But don't go anywhere, ladies and gentlemen. We have another semifinals ahead of us.